what's up, nerds? Joyce is hogging the microphone. Everyone's here. Everyone wants to hear her take Clussy Clown. Welcome back to the Daring Players.
I mean, hey, you can do a take on the Clussy Clown.
Yeah, I know, but I just make it worse. I do it in Toad's voice. Like, you want me to give you that Cluck 3000?
Oh, good God.
Yeah. Yes,
well,
hello, welcome
vote
back.
in the chat if you want to hear a Clussy Clown like that.
Give you the Cluck 3000. Yeah, that's a great way to start this. Anyway, welcome back to the Daring Player Squad, John. My name's Rashi.
I'm Joyce.
And we're back to our usual program of bad boy Stubbs. Or
gay lawyers.
Bad boy Stubbs, gay lawyers, spirit of justice. Anyway, yes, it's been a while, and everyone's been really looking forward to this case. This is the case that's blown up recently thanks to a lot of animation, and has somehow popularized the word Clussy. So there we go. Anyway, without further ado, let's continue on and get into this sweet, sticky situation.
It is trial day 1, part 1, part 2. So
we're going into a trial, huh?
Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna.
Yeah, we're going right into a trial, apparently.
Dang.
Ah, shit, dude.
I mean, things back in San Francisco, Japanifornia must be bad.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What time is it?
It's showtime!
Oh, that's a bad way to go.
Oh, ooh, drowning in your... Shiso's dead? No, do you think he did it?
Oh no, if he did it, then what do we do? I don't know who these voices are.
Hey, pull yourself together!
Don't worry, I have an idea.
I mean...
I don't know who these people are.
Who cares? They're just random people at this point.
Or are they?
Man, can you imagine drowning in your own bowl of noodles? They went all out in making it as hard to localize as possible. Oh, damn. Right, what does Athena sound like? What the heck? Who brings a defendant to his own trial late? Plus, the request was so last minute, I didn't even have a chance to talk with my clients. Oh shit, right, we have Widget. Dang.
He's late for a very important day.
That's an Alice in Wonderland reference.
Huh. My name is Athena Sykes, armed with analytical psychology and a full arsenal of legal know-how. I am a fully competent defender of the Right Anything Agency. Fully competent.
So competent. Eyes
So-
slightly like
Huh?
fully competent eyes like slightly go askew.
Yeah, I know. Though, I wish my client would show up already. The trial's about to start. Brings a whole new meaning to use your noodle. Yeah.
Noodle. Do the noodle dance. Ding 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 ding.
Eh?
Just in time.
Oh, that might have been the defendant themselves. I don't know who the defendant is. Probably a guy. Let's be real. Where have you been? The trial's about to start, Simon. Oh, no.
Shit, Simon Blackwell.
Simon!
You needn't get so worked up, Athena. His boldness can wait.
There's no way he'd wait for me. And besides, why would I want to start off on the wrong foot with him right out of the gate?
Dealing with such matters is part of being a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, covering for your lateness is not.
Still but a rank amateur, I see.
This is Simon Blackwell.
Stupid sexy.
He might not look it, but he's actually a prosecutor. Doesn't look like a prosecutor, but, you know, and a psychology specialist. Also doesn't look like a psychology specialist. He and I go way back. As for our shared specialization in psychology, we're both disciples of the same person, so to speak. But he's kind of my senior, I guess. But twisted sense of humor or no, I wish he'd stop treating me like a child all the time. Girl, you are a child.
You are a child. I'm 16, Dad. I can marry.
Daddy, I'm 16 and I'm in love. Girl, you take your fins back down here at once.
So, well, all right. Hold on, injustice, Donovan.
Hello.
Mr. Wright is abroad and Apollo is helping Trucy with her magic show. Didn't I tell you?
They're what? So neither one of them are here, leaving you to take this on alone.
Yup.
Gods. Call Wright Donut back. It's not too late.
You can't marry someone you just met. Just watch me, Daddy. Suddenly Athena is, no, suddenly that's Trucy. But Daddy, I'm in love. Oh God. Oh no, not too late at all. He would only need to know how to teleport. I wasn't paying attention what came before that.
Oh, just call Wright and tell him to come here now. Because he doesn't expect you to be able to handle this case.
Okay.
And you're like, no problem, I'll just call him and he can just teleport over. Right?
Yeah, you know, halfway around the world.
Yeah.
No problem.
Very well. Then I will settle for justice to you. Go grab him by the horns and drag him here.
Apollo is literally in the middle of the show, Simon. You may not want to admit it, but I've got what it takes to take on this case. Just leave this to me and go watch from the gallery.
As your defense derails in spectacular fashion.
No, as I win the heck out of this trial. I'll be okay, promise. So wipe that look off your face already, will you? Anyway, I take it the guy behind you is...
Yes. He's your... Oh, he's asleep again. Oi, Black Eye, wake up. Yeah! What'd you do that for, Sammy?
Oh damn, that was a... You what was it, profile this man?
His name is Bucky. Like, come on. Who this yeller chickadee? I mentioned deepen his voice a little bit. He's a bit husky. Who's this yeller chickadee? He's your lawyer. She's your lawyer, as such as it were. I'd say she's more green than yellow, however.
Lawyer? She sure doesn't look like it, does she? Is she like your fellow apprentice or something?
Buckwheat like soba, yeah.
Oh, Larry.
Yeah.
Go home, you drunk ass.
Something like that. I've known her longer than I've known you. You could say we're bound to her.
Oh, okay. Well then, guess I better call her Miss Chickadee then. I said to her,
Simon, this guy's not only rude, but he's 3 sheets to the wind at his own trial.
Blasted.
Yeah. I know we just met, but I'm about ready to give him a piece of my mind.
Do as you will. Just save it after the trial.
Miss Chickadee?
Don't call me that.
How do you do? Sammy here's an old friend of mine. I'm the 4th generation head chef of Wet Sober.
Larry isn't until the
Wet Noodle
DLC.
number 4, Bucky Wheat. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Wheat. What?
Yeah, Mr. Wet.
Wet noodle.
Cat. Is there gonna be a butt?
Oh,
Georgie,
Cat.
you are a giant cat,
Cat.
in the camera. Do you want to come here? Come on that.
he's like, no. I would like some attention, please.
Come here.
From everyone.
Come here, buddy. Look at the camera. What's this? It's the camera.
He's like, I'm not gonna play your games.
The camera. Okay, he's leaving now. Nice.
Ah, yes. Oh, Kitty. So he can pull himself together when he wants to. If only the trial wasn't starting in a few minutes.
Having been accused of murder having been accused of a murder that only occurred yesterday, I'm afraid it's taking a toll on the poor boy.
And you happened to be there at the theater where it all happened too, right? They say they found a Rakugo storyteller murdered in his dressing room.
Indeed. The victim, Master Storyteller Typhoon Tornado, was a long-time patron of the Wet Soba. Master Tornado has been looking after Bucky since Wet Noodle number 3 passed away.
Wet Noodle number 3. I see. So the victim was kind of like a father to the defendant, huh?
That stupid old fart. Like a father? Now why? He was always dishing my soba.
How dare you speak ill of him? Running your mouth like that is why they suspected you of murder in the first place. Now pull yourself together. Number 3 must be rolling in his grave.
Oh, but Simey, the police, none of them believes me, so they won't listen to me.
It looks like he's still in shock from the whole ordeal.
The fact that his head is like a giant spit of noodles.
It is, yeah, it's soba noodles on his head. Don't worry, Mr. Wet. Everything's going to be all right. I'm going to defend you with everything I've got. You're in good hands now.
You mean you believe me, ma'am?
Of course. No matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end. I'm paid to do that, so...
Gee whiz, Miss Chickadee.
Now, come on. I need you to shape up, just like those al dente noodles of yours.
Yes, ma'am. My soba is the fresh...
Oh, God, please. Turn around. Mr. Wet?
Bucky, you great big pillock.
So, how exactly do you know this guy?
I used to frequent Wet Soba, and still do, in fact. I've known him since he was a lad. That's why his father, the Master Tornado, were always so good to me.
I didn't know you liked soba so much, Simon.
I would
Clean up aisle 3.
I wouldn't expect someone such as you, who eats meat slapped between slabs of bread, to understand the delicate tastes and subtle textures imparted by buckwheat flour.
Says the man that speaks in English.
But I digress.
I'm all about flavor and subtlety and stuff.
If I let Wet Soba end like this, I'll never be able to face number 3 nor Master Tornado in the next life.
Ah, I see.
Isn't it just weird that like a Japanese, what was it called? A Japanese, was it a weeb, eats at a soba restaurant made by Italians?
You know, this is a very surprisingly international cast. It's just Japanifornia, man. History changed. And that's why you came to me. You wanted somebody you could trust.
It was never my intention to ask you.
You trusted me. I'll show him I can handle it just fine.
Well, I believe it's just about time.
What? But we haven't even properly discussed the case yet.
What's the matter? You look nervous, I think. Don't tell me you're chickadeeing out.
I'm just trembling with the excitement of battle. That's all. Oh, yes, let's do this. Come on, Mr. Wet. Get up off the floor. We've got a case to win.
Yes, Miss Chickadee. Oh, I gotta do my...
I was just giving an English accent, that's not right. No. Like, yes, Miss Chickadee.
Yes, Miss Chickadee, I'm gonna do my best.
Soba, wet soba, wet soba, wet soba.
I think it's his phone.
Soba.
Probably.
Hello, 2 bowls of noodles. Sorry, sir, no can do. Kind of busy at the courthouse. Huh? They hung up. Okay, let's do this.
He's not doing himself or his case any favors like this, Simon. Maybe we should let him go get some rest somewhere?
Let me rest? Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba. You know, that soba dough rest, it's all about the 3 freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and boil the...
Oh, God.
He's blacked out.
Oh, boy. I just knew something like this would happen. Simon, what are these 3 freshes of soba he was talking about?
First, buckwheat seeds, or groats, are ground to make buckwheat flour. The dough made with this flour is cut with a large rectangular knife into noodles. And finally, the buckwheat noodles are boiled. Each step is done immediately, one after the other, so that the soba is fresh when eaten.
Ah, that's delicious and entirely unrelevant to our case. So that's what he meant.
That's a game, everybody. Press F to pay respects to buckwheat.
Press F.
Trials over.
F in chat. I wouldn't want to make me any soba right now, though. That's for sure.
Athena, this is no time for idle chatter. You need to get into the courtroom now. Just remember, as a prosecutor, I will be unable to lend you a hand. So don't expect any help from my quarter and a giant kitty cat.
There you go, treating me like I'm incompetent again. And George, please,
George is looking at the
please, what are you doing?
giant cat on the courtroom. There's a giant cat here. Oh dear. Giant cat.
He's had to put up with a dog in this
The
space
giant.
for days.
He's like, I
Your
finally...
Honor, I demand justice. Demand justice. There's been a dog in this house for too dang long. I'm out of here.
Oh, I love it.
I already said that line.
Did you?
For your information, I wasn't planning on asking for your help anyway. Just you wait, Simon. I'll show you. Mr. Wright and Apollo may not be here. But that's all right. I can do this on my own.
Here we go into the courtroom. Court is now in session for the trial of Bucket Wheat. Bucket Wheat.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Wet.
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 Wet, Noodle. Wet.
Wet.
Prosecution is fully prepared, Your Honor.
What's this? No prayer this time, Prosecutor Sodomati?
That is correct, Your Honor. To expedite these proceedings, I completed them beforehand in the lobby.
How very thoughtful of you. By the way, what brings you back to this country?
Oh yeah, weren't you just in Korean like literally days ago? Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth himself called on me to handle this case. Besides, I have a debt to repay, and thought my opponent is yet a callow thing. I have no qualms with sending her down to hell. Excuse me. He's flew here on his magic cloud. Okay, so I'm just gonna fight with myself.
Yeah.
All right, not much is different. If you have a score to settle, it's with Apollo, not me. But more importantly, I am not a callow thing. I'm a qualified and capable attorney. And the more I say it, the more it will be true. Then what is that yellow attire, if not proof of your immaturity, you small spring chick?
White power. Every time it goes like this, I'm like, white power?
Now, cease your shrill chirping.
It's weird because also, what's his face from the previous game? The fucking professor.
Not Socrates, but Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, he'd always go like, somehow it's just like, now, Prosecutor Sodomati. She is still only a teenager. Please go easy on her.
Great! Now even the judge is giving me the kid treatment.
Aristotle.
Right! Very well. Shall we begin, Your Honor?
The prosecution will refrain from badgering opposing counsel. Not! Because this is fucking Ace Attorney, bitch. We have perjury laws. We never use them.
It is part of my job description to badger the opposing counsel.
Yes, I suppose we should. Now then, Prosecutor Saramare, please give your opening statements.
I'll show them what I can do. They'll be sorry they underestimated me. Certainly. Let the last rites of the victim commence. The incident is believed to have occurred at around 4 p.m. yesterday, May 12th, at a storyteller's theater called Kurukurute.
Come what?
I don't know what that's supposed
Kuru
to...
means to come, to go return.
I don't know what the play of words is on that, but I mean, like, Brennan said that was like, they made this to be as difficult to localize as possible.
I will not have you sling insults in my court. We'll assault each other physically with weapons and scalding hot beverages, as is our proud tradition. Then you will take your canaverous behavior to the Denny's parking lot, as is tradition in the Holy Land. Oh, dog.
The door is properly closed, right?
I have one.
It is properly closed, okay.
The doggo is upset because George is literally hanging out in front of the cage and mocking this dog. The dog's just like, I hate you! Orange, don't bug. Just fighting each other. Can you I'll be right back. Hold on. You're probably you'll just do this.
I think I've got a handle on this. The victim was a great master of the tornado school of rakugo, or comedic storytelling. The doggo is not amused. His name was Taifu Tornado. The scene of the murder was the theater's dressing room. It is accessible via the staff entrance hallway and has an inner and outer sliding door. Backstage diagram added to the court records. Typhoon Tornado, yeah. Wonder how much I'd appreciate this case on a replay now that you're reading Akane Banashi. Maybe. I mean, now's your chance to find out. The estimated time of death was between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The cause of death is suffocation, though how the victim suffocated is yet to be determined. Suffocation, so not necessarily drowning, which means he did not inhale the bowl of noodles as he suffocated. Like, his face was... Like, they didn't put his face into the bowl to kill him. No, because then that would be drowning. You would find liquid in the lungs. Suffocation you would not have liquid in the lungs. Technicality. But hey, this is the world of Ace Attorney. Does that kind of technicality...
I'm 90% sure we'll find out in the 5th iteration of the what's it called? The autopsy.
Yeah, autopsy report. Autopsy report. The autopsy found nothing unusual in his lungs or stomach. There is no murder weapon. Nothing unusual in his stomach. I will now submit the incident report to the court. Rash is onto something here. I mean, come on, let's be real. How many times does the autopsy report get updated? Like, every other conversation. Prosecutor Sadmari, how can you name Mr. Wet as the culprit when you don't know how the victim was killed? Or even with what?
Did I miss something?
What?
Oh, the Rakugo concepts?
Oh, because Ace of Places is reading what's the thing in Mamba called? Some Akane Banashi.
Okay. So. Yeah, Japan has a very interesting, relatively simple, like,
what?
It's hard to master. It's like Rakugo and a lot of their stage shows are
keep pressing the wrong button.
Like, very slapstick, but also kind of like weirdly niche. Like, I don't.
Edgeworth isn't here to update the autopsy report.
I mean, he has Adamati, that's the point.
While it is true that the weapon and precise methods are, as yet, unknown, the accused is the only one who had the opportunity to commit the murder. I will explain this assertion in further detail as we continue. I guess this means he has some kind of evidence to present. I don't like the way you said evidence. How dare you have evidence? Now, would the accused care to plead his case?
He did. I say you, he did.
I don't think of it. Where is the defendant, Miss Sachs?
Sorry, Your Honor. But I'm afraid Mr. Wet isn't feeling very well and is resting in the infirmary. Surely it is the lack of a clear conscience that impedes him from facing this court.
You can't do that.
Great, starting off on the wrong foot already. Mr. Wet is the head chef of a soba shop frequented by the victim. On the day of the incident, Mr. Wet went to the theater at the victim's request. Taifu Tornado is a connoisseur of soba, as you can see in these photographs. He was apparently making soba himself in the dressing room that very day. The soba found at the scene is likely the soba he made himself there. He himself made. Liking soba is one thing, but making it in a theater dressing room? It's a bit much, no?
Master Tornado truly had a passion for soba, didn't he? For a man like him to be murdered by a soba chef is simply unthinkable.
And yet, the accused had ample motive. For in the victim's safe, we discovered the deed to the accused shop.
Okay.
Mr. Wet was to inherit a wet soba when he lost his father recently. However, it's believed the victim stole the shop's deed during the transfer process. The prosecution believes the accused killed the victim in order to get the deed back.
Okay.
But why?
Sure. You know what? Let's ride the case out. Let's see what happens.
As we've learned, any questions of why is keep playing.
A murder over a deed to a shop. That does sound like a plausible motive.
So that's what this case is about. I wish Simon had filled me in a little better. I could have contributed more than just 1,000 buckets of cold sweat if he had. Defense. From your demeanor, I gather you know very little about the details of this case. Oh, well, you see? You are dishonoring the soul of the victim by appearing in the courtroom unprepared. You are an embarrassment to your profession. You putrid egg yolk. I'm sorry.
I love how everyone's discussing the valid excuse that's going along for the motive for murder. It's like you know,
Exactly.
I'm just like y'all remember this is an Ace Attorney game, right?
That's not how this works now,
But I
Huda.
appreciate this discussion because I love this shit. I'm gonna put this. I will go back and watch this and then read the chat and then like pull up a bunch of references for like the panel that I have to do this month. Because everybody's just like, but why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? It's like, because it's all bullshit.
Apollo's a red pepper, and now I'm an egg yolk? We've only just started. I'm already been demoted from spring chick. What are we? What is this? We're making some fried rice here?
Yeah, burp.
It was like red pepper, egg yolk. Actually, wasn't Yoshi saying that Japanese insults call you by
Call you a vegetable.
your vegetables? Yeah.
Some kind of vegetable.
I am ready to call my witness, Your Honor.
Yeah, feel free to keep discussing the garbage that's going on.
I love it.
Here.
I love
That just
it.
makes no sense. I love it.
I love applying real life, like, proper law to.
First of all, this would never. Let's go up. First of all, this would never have happened because you have to have
due process.
The due process requires that the defense and the prosecution share evidence in discovery, and then they discuss with each other like, does this even need to go to fucking court? Because it's so frivolous, right?
And do a lot of work with wills when you're working. Oh yeah, that's true. You of all people would know how bullshit this trial is. Let us listen to the words of one who was present when the crime was discovered. Someone who was there when the victim's body was found?
Very well. Witness, please take the stand. Is it Balloon Baby?
Perhaps.
Choose. Oh, no, it's,
Oh! Simon!
Blackwell himself, yeah.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Simon Blackwell, prosecutor. Prosciutto.
Prosciutto Blackwell!
Yes, my new, what's it called? What's it called? The board? What's it called? Like the meat board?
Fuck. Yes, I know what you mean.
Prosciutto Blackwell comes with every charcuterie board. You can find prosciutto Edgeworth, prosciutto Blackwell. Coming from 5 very illustrious prosciutto houses.
Alright, I think I've had enough of the sausage fest here. You didn't tell me you were going to take the stand!
There simply wasn't time.
Blackwell, you traitor! What a shame, Prosecutor Blackwell. Had you shared the damning scene you witnessed beforehand with the defense, we could have moved this trial along and saved the victim's soul that much faster.
Which is what Discovery is for. Right, exactly. Yeah, the elimination of Discovery and, what's it called? Discovery and
pretrial process, yeah.
That's what Discovery is for. Anyway.
The prosciutto series, only at the Capcom Cafe. Damning scene! What in the world does Simon see?
Sorry, I'm just making kissy faces.
What is Simon going to say?
Simon says, guilty, 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 guilty. Prosecutor Sadanati, was it? Before I give my testimony, there's something I'd like to confirm.
By all means.
This case involves rakugo, a very traditional form of Japanese comedic storytelling. Do you have enough knowledge of this art to form a
art form?
Do you have enough knowledge of this art form to handle the case competently?
It's time for the weeb off!
Yeah.
Are you implying that I am not qualified for this case?
Not yet. I'm simply trying to ascertain your familiarity with the topic. For now.
It is a prosecutor's duty to learn the background of any case he takes on. I did some research on rakugo last night and have a grasp of the overall idea of it.
How could you possibly grasp? How much could you possibly grasp in a single night?
Oh, I can certainly show you how much I can grasp in a certain night.
You can put your whole hand around it. I just want to go. I have to know it for 2 minutes. What? Show Joyce went off. That's not my fault. Oh, he goes off. Okay, he's going off. He's going off about what rakugo is.
This traditional art was originally invented by the monks to make sermons more interesting. I've completely ignored the rest of this. Are you satisfied? If not, I could explain the 12 types of endings of such stories.
You think you could satisfy me, don't you?
Oh, I certainly think I can.
Little hands of yours, little baby hands. Okay.
I can't keep a straight face. Or shall I perform the famous story of...
Yeah, there you go, aces. She's gonna recite Jigaboo instead.
Oh no, fuck!
It appears you have put in...
Don't make me do it! Your acknowledgement is most welcome, Prosecutor Blackwell.
I can see why you are known for being quite thorough in your research, prosecutor. Now, I would love to see you perform that story you mentioned, if you don't mind.
If that is your honor's request. Jigaboo, jigaboo! Your honor, could we please get back to the trial? Don't make me do it because I don't think I can.
Bye now. I think Jigaboo, I can't remember what Jigamu's about. Is it like it's the is it like a story about how like ridiculous like people's like names are or something? Like, I remember seeing that a lot with. I think I remember seeing that. I see it all happen a lot, especially because it's memed. But hey, Sean, hey, what's up? Yeah,
What did you miss? You missed.
Pie.
You missed
Keep going
firmly grasp it.
I remember that joke in what's it called? I remember this joke in what's it called? Yes,
yeah,
Anime Brotherhood,
exactly.
yeah, when Scar and Wrath face each other up. My name is also Jigaboo something. Bye.
I can't do it.
You're
man.
not streaming on the you're not streaming on the ferry on the way home to the island. On the way to the island. Yes, choices. We're not there yet.
Not quite yet.
Maybe we will. Who knows?
I mean, by then we'll have like several hours to kill, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
We'll see you can see how the cats are dealing with the expanse of water.
Good God.
Anyway.
Please, let's get back to the trial.
No, right, of course. I nearly forgot. We're in a fucking court.
Seriously? Of all the things you could forget.
Ahem. Now then, let's get back to the case. Prosecutor Blackquill, please tell this court what you witnessed. Ricky Tiki Tambo, also Rambo. Yeah, Ricky Tiki Tambo, also Rambo. Cherry Berry, Richie Pip, Perry Pambo. That guy? Yeah.
What?
You don't know the story about Ricky Tiki Tambo?
I do not.
Also Rambo, Cherry Berry, Richie Pip. Damn it.
I
Ricky
do
Tiki
not.
Tambo, also Rambo, Cherry Berry, Richie Pip, Perry Pambo. Has fallen down the well. I don't remember if the history of the story is racist or not. But I
You know
remember
what?
the book that I remember is like, this is why Chinese people have short names. Chang, Yao. You know, because they don't want, because if it's an emergency, you don't want to go through this long ass fucking name to
So what you're saying is this racist? Probably.
mildly racist. The one I saw was probably mildly racist. I went to the theater yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m. I went straight to Master Tornado's dressing room to say hello. Bucky went into the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later. Master Tornado's junior disciple, Uendo, apparently then entered the room soon after. That's when Uendo discovered Master Tornado's body.
Now, wait just a minute here, Prosecutor Blackwell. With testimony like that, you're practically accusing Mr. Webb of the crime.
All I can do is state what I saw.
Window tornado.
I can't help how it appears. But a qualified, capable attorney such as you should be able to dispatch with it, right?
Well, yeah, duh. All right, I guess I better start getting all the information out of him that I can. I'm going to press him on everything. I will press him.
You're gonna press on me?
Oh, I'm gonna press on you indeed.
Little baby hands press upon me.
I will put that pressure on you
Think
all
put
over.
Pressure on it.
She's 16.
Talking about? Like, I don't know. It sounds really dirty. Just press on everything. Oh, you got little badges at the top, right?
Oh, that's so cute.
Just press on everything.
Yes, press on everything.
Present on everything.
Hold it! Prosecutor Blackwell, what did you go to the theater for in the first place?
I went because I had to. I went because I received an invitation from Master Tornado. Here, see for yourself. Oh, cool.
Huh.
It was a special show commemorating his junior disciple, Uendo's promotion. It was also an occasion to announce the boy's succession to the stage name of Uendo 2. Uendo 2?
So what exactly does it mean to succeed to a stage name?
You really don't know, do you? In the performing arts, a name succession is when an artist inherits a predecessor's name.
I see. So there was another Uendo Rakugo artist before, and this disciple succeeded him, huh? And what exactly did your invitation say?
It contained a simple letter of salutations and an outline of the show's program. Oh, it appears Typhoon Tornado was going to perform Tokisoba, or Time Soba. Soba time. He's famous for his masterful pantomime of eating soba using only his fan as a prop.
It's soba time.
And Wendo was to perform Soba Say, or Soba Glutton, a soba-themed show I see. It seems you know a thing or two about Rakugo yourself, your boys. The first to perform was the senior disciple, Geru, followed by Uendo, and lastly Master Tornado. So, Wind, Gale, and Tornado. That's cute.
I see. So that's why you happened to be at the Storytellers Theater yesterday. So what happened after you arrived?
Oops, my bad.
Hold it!
Press that shit.
Press that shit!
Ugh.
And how did Master Tornado appear when you said hello to him?
I went with the intention of greeting him, but ultimately we didn't actually meet.
You didn't see him? Why not?
He's fucking dead. Geru escorted me to the dressing room, but we heard a sound of Rakugo being performed with him.
Could have been budget, could have been licensing, yeah.
Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until it was done.
You heard Rakugo being performed in the dressing room.
Yes, not just me, but by Geru as well.
In other words, you can confirm that the victim was still alive at around 4 p.m.?
Correct. I couldn't hear him clearly through the doors, but I'm sure it was Master Tornado. I could tell because it was the time sober routine being performed.
Huh. So that means the victim was killed sometime after that. Time to update that autopsy report.
Buggy went in and then came out after because he was mired.
Please tell us in detail how Mr. Wet appeared at the time. Was he wet?
He was quite moist. Geru and I were waiting in the hallway for Master Tornado to finish business. But Bucky appeared and entered the dressing room with his things.
What happened after that?
We heard what sounded like Bucky shouting inside the room. But 10 minutes later, Bucky came out of the dressing room looking rather irate.
This is most likely when the murder was committed. The victim was an elderly man. It would have been entirely possible to kill him within the span of 10 minutes. I'd better come up with some kind of counter-argument, and fast! And if you thought he was wet when he went in there.
It was wet. It was so wet. I'm just so... he's wet, I'm wet, we're all wet right now. Super wet.
Press it. Hold it! What do you mean by apparently? Didn't you see him go in?
No, I couldn't. I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from when I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from where I was standing at the time. But Gale was right in front of us, so I'm sure she saw it all.
I see. And why did you suppose Uendo went to the dressing room anyways?
He had just finished his routine, so he was making a courtesy call. A disciple is to pay their master respect right before and after each performance.
And all disciples are expected to do this?
Yes, it's common courtesy among Rakugo artists.
I see. Could you tell us what happened after Uendo went into the dressing room?
Certainly.
Hold it! And how did Uendo act at the time?
After Uendo had been in the dressing room for about 2 or 3 minutes, we heard a scream from inside the room, and Uendo came flying out.
It took 2 to 3 minutes before he reacted. Did you hear any signs of a struggle at that time?
No, just Uendo's woeful scream.
I see. But you know he is a theater nerd, so he could have entirely made that up, right?
Well done, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your testimony has given us quite a glimpse into the sequence of events.
Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. And now, please allow me to summarize your testimony.
He did it!
While Prosecutor Blackwell and Gale were in the hallway waiting for Master Tornado, the accused came along and entered the dressing room with some items in tow. He was heard shouting for a time inside the dressing room, and about 10 minutes later, he came back out of the room, seeming rather angry.
Angry double.
A short time after the accused had come and gone, Wendell Tornado went into the room. A few minutes later, after having discovered the victim's body, Wendell gave a scream and came running out into the hallway from within. Prosecutor Blackwell and Geiru then ran into the room and saw the body for themselves. From the circumstances, it is quite clear that the accused murdered the victim.
This is crucial testimony indeed. Simon's statement has been added. Simon's statement has been added.
Defense. An eyewitness has given conclusive testimony. Why not let it all go now and allow the victim his last rites? Not on your life! If Wendell went into the dressing room too and was the first to discover the body, then who's to say he didn't commit the crime? Wendell was in the dressing room for a mere 2, perhaps 3 minutes. He could not have possibly committed murder in that time, nor without making any noise. Oh, Simon! Why did you have to give that awful testimony?
Yeah, fuck me.
Stop talking! You're ruining this for me, Simon! Prosecutor Blackwell! Can't you give me something a little better to work with here?
Isn't it up to you to ask the right questions? I'm certainly willing to tell you all that I know. So if you truly are as capable as you claim, then draw out what you need yourself.
This is no time for your twisted games, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just admit you don't remember it all that well. Prosecutor Blackwell, watching you collude with the defense like this, I see that you are no prosecutor. Be gone, witness. You shall haunt this sacred hall no more.
How dare you treat me like an evil spirit to be exorcised? I'll remember this, you blackguard.
You're 4 cases into this game. Time to learn to fucking press. Yeah. Don't worry, Prosecutor Blackwell. I've got this. Whose side are you on, Simon? I know. Would I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You, half-boiled, putrid egg yolk. Ew. I object to the notion that I'm a gooey, smelly mess.
I mean...
Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony was like the lowly opening act of a Rakugo show. He may hold the title of prosecutor, but in this time, he stood on the side of the defense.
I hardly think it's the case, but all right.
No. To restore balance to this trial, I would like to present an actual witness for the prosecution.
And who is this witness?
The person who was with Prosecutor Blackwell when the body was discovered. She is another entertainer of the Tornado School, Ms. Gail Tornado.
Oh shit, Classy!
Classy clown!
Oh, baby,
Oh,
what
damn!
you
Look at it's that bottom up reveal.
Oh shit!
Oh,
baby,
shit.
baby.
I did not workshop this for 4 times, so we're just gonna have to
Please state your name and occupation.
drinking game every time Nayuta says putrid. Hello, everyone. I'm here to present the Tornado School with a twisty twist. I don't really like the way that you're twisting that balloon. And balloon. There you have it, a stunning balloon hat. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Gail Tornado. Just call me Gail, sweetie. 1, 2, balloon!
What a way to capture your audience's attention with those giant memories. I mean, my memory. I dare say I can't take off my eyes off those balloons, those dirty pillows, those chest pheasants. Those, oh God, what was it? Those dirty pillows, those chest pheasants, that large rack, the stack of mountains, the gigantic memories, the calamities of your memories.
Oh no.
Those bongos, those bingos, those spankers.
Please tell me you're talking about the hat, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Judge, I'm so glad you liked my performance. There we go. Would you consider joining my fan club? Would it please?
One of those OnlyFans things?
No, I'm sure there's more.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure I can make you my only fan.
I'm subscribing to that OnlyFans right now.
And please save your fanboying for after the trial, Your Honor.
All the money for licensing to the music.
Oh,
All the money for the licensing, the music.
went to the jiggle musics. Yeah.
No complaints.
Anyway, Geiru, I can't help but notice you seem awfully cheerful for having lost your master. Of course, I'm sad, but Shisho would scold me if I didn't put on a big smile. Never showed sadness. Smile, smile, smile with a twisty twist twist.
Oh, damn.
And balloon. There you have it. One gorgeous cake. Oh, I'll show you my gorgeous cake. I see. I guess an entertainer's gotta do what an entertainer's gotta do. Balloon's art's worse than a Rorschach test. All I saw was a severed monster head. The cake is a lie. Gail, you're obviously a balloon artist. So how did you become a member of a Rakugo school? Well, my father, my late father that is, was a Rakugo artist, you see. So I joined the Tornado School just to be like my daddy someday. I see. My father and I owe so much to Shisho. Shisho.
Seashore?
Shisho, our master, but that bucket wet. Oh, how could he? I want to see him pay for what he's done as quickly as possible. You see this balloon? Because this is gonna be what he's gonna...
Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your loss.
And not only that, but he... You've more to say about Mr. Wet? Every time he comes to deliver soba to us, he yells at me. He always tells me to get away. Is there any reason he would want to say such things to you? He says the smell of my perfume will get into his soba and ruin it. Like, how can he say that? This is a great scent.
How very rude of him. I don't blame you for being upset.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but please don't let Gail's balloons bias your judgment. And this is just my balloon. Mr. Wet hasn't been proven guilty yet, remember? It will be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, defense. Now then, Gale, please share the truth with this court.
Yes, Gail. Your testimony, please. Your big, voluptuous testimony is right between my... What about the testimony? What about the testimony? Judge? Yes, I'm here.
From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20, blaze it. When Shisho's body was found. Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Lynn's window discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Jigamoo was barking like mad.
Jigamoo's the dog. They named the dog Jigamoo. I'm happy with that.
Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have any objections to this witness's...
What?
Why?
Did you just say the wetnesses?
Witnesses.
What?
I may... Excuse me, but...
No,
the witnesses.
Make up your bloody mind, sad monk Sadamadi. First you exercise me, now this. Because you make me work hard for the money. So hard for the money.
So you need only do as you are instructed by this humble servant of the Holy Mother.
Wait, Jugamu's a monkey? Okay, fair. Continue.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a dog.
It was an animal.
Some sort of animal. Are we gonna prosecute? Are we gonna like cross-examine it? Pretty sure we will. Anyway.
If there is an animal to be cross-examined. Yeah. As there are no objections, Your Honor, let us move on to the salvation of the victim's soul. Hey! I'm the defense attorney here, Prosecutor Submati. And I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness. So what are you asking Prosecutor Blackwell for? I'm the one you should be checking with.
There is a passage. I'm stealing your lines now. I'm
How
sorry.
dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
We're doing like 3 different voice lines right
Oh, yeah,
now.
sure. Now you're all about letting me have a break, huh?
I know. I know.
There's a passage in the
jealous of the balloons. It's
sacred
okay.
scriptures of Quranism. To stir the wind is beyond the power of a spring chick. In other words, the inexperienced are useless. With that in mind, it seemed more judicious to consult Prosecutor Blackwell.
He doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sykestunner.
Well, I won't let either of you insult me. I'll show you I'm no inexperienced spring chick. Your Honor, I'm ready to cross-examine the witness.
I hope you can make Prosecutor Salamari see you as a worthy adversary, Miss Sachs. I'll allow your cross-examination, so you'd better strike while the iron is hot.
What do you mean allow the cross-examination? Isn't that like...
Right.
Now, press her.
I'm gonna press those balloons, baby. Press everything?
Yeah, press everything. Hold it! So the murder must have happened sometime in those 20 minutes, correct? But 20 minutes isn't a lot of time, is it? I don't know. I mean, what do you want me to say? That's what happened, you know? Isn't that right, Simon?
Yes, Gadu and I both confirmed that Master Tornado was still lived around 4 p.m.
Oh, yeah, you can, can't you?
You know damn right I can. Do whatever the fuck I want, I'm a free man now.
See? Hold it! The fact that the two of you were there in front of the dressing room means you were able to see everyone who went in and out, right? In and out and in and out. Of course! Are you insinuating that I was daydreaming or sleeping while standing up or something? No, of course not. I saw everything, I tell you. Fine. So you say anyway. But did you really? Hold it! Only the defendant and Wendo entered around the time of the murder. That's right. That's why I must have been Bucky who killed poor Shisho. Let's take a deep breath, okay, Gail? So, not a single other person set foot into the dressing room during that time. I already told you over and over, didn't I? There was nobody else. I must apologize on the lawyer's behalf. Even her memory is that of a spring chick's. Please overlook her transgression as best you can. Oh, I see. Poor thing. Hang in there, sweetie.
Yeah.
Hey, who are you calling a bird brain, buddy? Phrasing, so much phrasing. Jugamu was barking like mad, so in this case, Jugamu is a dog.
Is it?
I mean, you said barking.
True, but...
Jugamu.
Hi.
That's my doggy. I keep him at the theater. Let's see. With a twisty twist.
But that's terrifying.
And balloon. there you have it. My cute little Jugamoo. He's
Yeah, that's terrifying.
kind of creepy looking. Oh, but he's a really, really good boy. And why was Jugamoo barking? Do you think it's because he saw someone suspicious? If so, then we have a new suspect in this case. Oh, now, why was he barking again? Oh, I remember, because it was time for me to feed him. So I went into his yard and gave him some food. Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room while you were doing that? Yes, Athena, the dog strangled the man to death.
It's the dog!
It is the sussy clussy!
Yeah, it is.
Nope, the door out in the yard was wide open. I would have seen if anybody went into the dressing room. Prosecutor Blackwell, come down to the stand for a second. Please, come on down. The price is right. I mean,
How many times must I do this?
you saw what Jugamoo was fucking. You saw what Gato was talking about, right? So why didn't you mention it before?
I can't be expected to remember every minute detail.
Yeah, Athena trying her best to channel her inner phoenix.
He'll be there. He'll get there. We'll get there.
Well, remember them now, please. Did Gato go out into the yard?
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever. Yes, I remember now that she went to feed Jugamoo. And I saw her looking towards the dressing room quite frequently as well.
Oh, now the dog is cute. Do you recall anything else?
It looked as though she were feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Jugamoo couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in a corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember. A little bit specific. Oh, let's revise all that shit, shall we?
It looks like Gato was telling the truth. Your Honor, I'd like Gato's last statement added to her testimony.
As you wish, defense.
So, I was in the yard, but the door was wide open. Present the backstage diagram.
Just check. So she was in the backstage diagram.
But if she was in the yard and feeding the dog, how can she actually see the dressing room?
She's pointing the wrong way, isn't she?
Like where the feeding bowl is.
Yeah, there is a bit of a blind spot.
Yeah. So I could keep watch, but you can't.
But then what was she watching, right? If she wasn't watching the dressing room door.
Anyway, so you want to present the backstage diagram, yeah.
Invitation says inside the envelope was a ticket to the show. Right, routines were there. Present the actual diagram.
So, you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard? Is that correct? That's right. The door out in the yard was wide open. Sorry, but that makes zero sense. Take a look at this diagram of the backstage area. There's a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony.
Oh, I'm afraid I don't understand, Miss Sachs. I was too busy thinking about motorboating. Not on the marina, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no, that's right. The door swings outward, blocks the vision. Mm-hmm. I thought it was like a Japanese style door, which is like
a
makes
sliding
sense in a
door.
Rakugo, in a Rakugo theater, but the diagram indicates that it is a swing door.
It's a swing door. Yeah.
Please point out what contradicts the witness's testimony.
Yes, point to the circular door area where the dog Jugamoo is standing. Gato was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open.
Ah, I see.
Yes, if the door in the yard was wide open, as Gato said, it It would have blocked her view, making it impossible for her to see the dressing room. What? No way! But even if there were admittedly a few moments Gale could not keep watch, how much would that have really affect this case? It would greatly affect this case! From the spot prosecutor stood, he couldn't see the dressing room door either! Anyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen! Eek!
Oh, double stomp.
Damn. Gator, why do you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room door? What?
Objection.
Hide the fact. You speak as though you think she had something to do with the murder. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more likely a simple oversight. Right, witness?
Can't do it, leading the witness.
Yeah, squeeze that balloon, girl, squeeze it. Oh, well,
He's the judge at the top. So, yes, squeeze that balloon, baby. Old man noises. I don't know what old man noises are. I just imagine them sucking on their teeth. Yeah. Hope you got that more balloon for me. Just gonna squeeze that balloon real tight. Just gonna have a nice little stroke session here.
I'm just objective. I was so shocked by what happened. I was just confused. That's all. Even though she is trying to keep up a brave front as an entertainer, the truth is that she is being torn apart by grief. For her mind to be in toil is hardly unexpected.
Yes, it's yes, it must be very difficult indeed.
To a disciple, one's master is akin to a real parent. Surely her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity.
That's not the only thing she has that's immense. Two giant, immense water balloons. some dirty balloons. Those dirty pillows.
All I can say is, defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed. But that wasn't what I was trying to do! Is it beyond your comprehension, defense? Your unskilled argument is scarring this witness even further. And if we ask the people of this courtroom, I'm sure they would agree. What? The gallery doesn't have any say in this! Are you afraid to find out what that they think ill of you? Or that perhaps you are in the wrong?
No, because we don't have a jury system set up, bitch. Come on.
Listen to them now, with that keen sense of hearing you're so proud of.
He's right. That was harsh. She didn't have to go that far.
I feel kind of sorry for the witness. Why is that lawyer's outfit so yellow?
Come on, really?
No! I was just trying to find the truth. Why is the whole gallery siding with Prosecutor Sudmati?
She's got giant boobs. Very easy.
Yeah, they really just abandoned the whole jury thing after Apollo Justice.
I think they realized.
We tried it.
Yeah, didn't like it. I kept losing.
Badgering opposing counsel. The people understand. They know what is right and what is wrong.
Certainly
certainly do not.
You're biased as fuck. That lawyer's still in training, isn't she? Why is she all by herself?
I hear the voices of the gallery. I can hear the voices of their hearts.
I can hear the one guy. It's like, this is why we don't have women lawyers. Am I right, guys? And you're like, oh, okay, wow, easy there, Joe.
And I can hear why people commit murder so easily because I am feeling it right now. It's so intense. I feel so alone up here, fighting by myself. Are you afraid, child? It is ludicrous to come to a trial with such paltry preparation of the soul. I command you to leave this courtroom at once. But I can't give up. I have to keep pressing on. As long as there is a moment when nobody was watching the dressing room door, the defendant can't be convinced solely.
Convicted.
Convicted. The defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwell and Gale's testimonies. Even now, you would continue to resist. You are childish in defeat as well, I see. I am not out of the count yet, Buster. I am just getting started. Despite your posturing, is it not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment? With but a little push, you would surely succumb to despair.
The judge is just like, does this have anything to do with the case? Just, should I stop this? I don't know. I've been looking at these boobs too long. What day is it? Where am I?
A little push, such as with this piece of conclusive evidence. Conclusive evidence, huh? That is correct. We found a critical piece of evidence at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, we neglected to share.
That, yeah, you could have, brought this out earlier. The victim's dying message, which clearly implicates the accused, Bucky Wet. Look at these Japanese playing cards, known as karuta, lined up on the table. These special English version karuta cards spell out a message. That message, wet number 4. Wet number 4? You mean wet noodle number 4?
Or maybe it's like, what? No, 4. You just add a couple some punctuation. You mean what? No, 4? Unless he was making an order.
Maybe. Yes, wet noodle number 4. As the 4th head chef of Wet Soba is also known, this message points to none other than the accused, Bucky Wet. No!
That makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Karuta Rakugo Soba. Wow, great job, Mr. Prosecutor! Oh, no, this is really, really bad. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Give up. The scene report was updated.
Of course it was.
Uh-huh.
Would you still carry on your futile fight in the face of this irrefutable evidence? You can say whatever you... It is cruel to give the accused false hope. You will only compound his suffering. Wise people of the courtroom, do you not agree?
He's right. It's cruel to make him suffer when there's conclusive evidence.
What an incompetent noob. I feel bad for the victim and defendant.
Wouldn't it be great if we just had something called like a pre-trial or something called evidence of discovery and get this all out of the way before people got dragged into court? Wouldn't that be more efficient?
What?
Shut your fucking mouth. Oh, yeah.
But then I'd be out of a job. I mean, but I'm trying to prove Mr. What's innocence here. True Japanifornia, but it's technically America.
I've got rights, kind of. On the Declaration of Independence, sorta.
Maybe. I know you can hear them, defense. Their voices implore you to save the accused soul. It is time for you to let it go and move on. You inexperienced lawyer. You lack competence with which to accomplish anything meaningful here.
Every one of these lawyers would have been disbarred, let's be honest here. None of these lawyers are following what actual lawyers are supposed to do.
Yes, he's letting his Disney adult show.
Yes. Now Yuta especially. He's like I can see Capcom going, ooh, it's gonna get a little close there.
I mean, let's be real, like Yuta absolutely would have cosplayed Elsa at some point. Come on. Is he right? Is there too much for me to handle on my own?
What good is she doing anybody? She should just quit right now. This is why we don't have female lawyers.
He's halfway there, really, honestly.
Women lawyers, come on.
Now, defense. Leave everything to this humble servant of the Holy Mother.
Silence.
Oh,
dang!
Black was like, she's a fucking trap, you fucking, you piece of garbage. Oh, is he going defense? He's trying to use your keen sense of hearing against you to manipulate this trial, Athena. And what a cheap trick for a supposedly holy man. He's on the defense!
Simon!
And you folk doodles in the gallery. Can't a man want a trial in peace?
Roast him!
This inexperienced amateur is about to turn this trial around. Does that prosecutor really think she can turn things around?
The mood in this courtroom is starting to change.
Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you doing on the defense's bench? I grew bored of watching the gallery. So I poked myself in the eye a couple times, you know? Just to get the fucking pain, just to feel anything. I poked myself in the eye just to feel something. Besides, if I were to leave this trial to this spring chick and lose my favorite soba shop in the process, I will be quite cross.
Assistant Blackwell. So that makes that makes Blackwell the spunky perky girl to the side. You voluntarily stand on the side of impurity and sin. Truly, what a fool you are.
To think you were so easily manipulated by his parlor trick. Whatever happened to qualified and capable Athena?
I just let my guard down a little bit, but it won't happen again.
Then gird up your loins and steel yourself for battle.
I'm not girding up anything in this skirt. What? But I am ready to get serious. It seems there is now yet another soul I must cast down into hell.
I was in prison for a long time, and hell sounds no worse than cell, to be honest.
Ah, but the fires of hell will not be the end of your suffering. For the sin you have just committed, you shall surely be reborn as a panda in your next life. A white and black, reverse panda, that is. What? And you shall be put in a zoo to be exposed to public ridicule.
Something specific?
A threat like that won't work on Prosecutor Blackwell. Besides, pandas are already pretty useless already, and they kind of live a life of luxury, being pampered to, having their own favorite bamboo trees sent to them.
Specific panda porn.
Specific panda porn. I mean, come on, they're just living the life at this point. I don't know why pandas are still alive, but
Hey, they're damn lucky they're cute.
Exactly, and then you'll be cute, right, Blackwell? After all, he's already used to looking like a panda in this life.
Who are you calling a panda?
Sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Joke's on you, nobody can reincarnate as a panda because panda refuse to have sex.
Yeah,
You can't reincarnate if there's nothing being born.
No, you don't know. You're probably just like, you can't cancel me. Yeah, you can't cancel. You can't boo. You can't boo me hard. I know what you guys cheer for. Every moment I breathe without your permission makes me happy.
I see that you are both prepared to face the fires of damnation. Geiru, thank you for your service. You may step down now. Okie dokie. Bye-bye, balloon.
God, this is a scary dog.
That is a terrifying dog. Does everything have to be balloons with her? And now then. I have a witness prepared to testify about the Karuta cards.
And who is the witness this time?
The first to discover the body, and someone who witnessed the crime scene firsthand. Mr. Wendell Tornado. The time has come for that ponytailed pair over there to finally let it all go and move on.
Well. Let's bring in this witness then and try to avoid any Disney copyright situations, all right?
I make no promises.
Oh, he's on a giant, fucking tatami mat. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh god, should I give him all hick accents, or this guy not? This guy should have a more proper accent.
Up to you. I think he's the proper student.
I am the Rakugo storyteller Uendo Tornado. Even my performance isn't worth watching. I will certainly watch my words. I wouldn't want to say anything thoughtless and get arrested. After all, that'd be a Raku no-no. I'll have like the very calm demeanor and the very like the very just like too hyped for his own good air. But thank you, everybody. Good night.
And now you just spent his last week binging all the Disney Plus he could. You can't leave yet. You only just introduced yourself.
Oh my! Are you a fan of mine, miss? Would you like my autograph? One moment. Yes, penis. Just a bunch of penises.
Ow! What do you think you're doing?
No need to stand on ceremony. My fan deserves a fan after all. A fan for a fan, nice one! Oh, why, Visitor Simon, how are you on this fine day, sir? Quite a dilly of a pickle we found ourselves in.
Oh, hey, obligatory reminder, this is a 3DS game.
I don't believe I've ever seen you talk quite so much, you and
Oh, is there gonna be some,
in a place like this, you know. I've got butterflies, can't you see?
Oh, there's gonna be some, like, 3D shenanigans in there.
Yeah.
Why do I always get the weird ones? I mean, it's your entire office. Come on, let's be real.
Pardon me, witness. As much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we had better return to the case at hand. Ah, I suppose you're right. In that case...
Dinner time? All right.
I was promoted to Futatsume yesterday and received a stage name of a window. The show was our way of celebrating my new name and middle rank standing. And then that happened. Wow, he's very fluid. That's just me?
That's like, damn, that wing and the nice.
Yeah, I've never dreamed something like that happened. Not in a million years. And just as I got my chance to start repaying my debt to Shisho too. Yes. Plus I'm worried about Gail. The way she clung to Shisho. Poor thing. I told her to keep a stiff upper lip.
Yes,
Like
modes.
rigor mortis. I keep telling these lame jokes and Shisho'll just come scold you from the grave. So many modes. I wouldn't mind getting yelled at. I wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if it meant singing.
Wendell, please. As charming as your various characters are, this isn't a Rakugo stage. Let us hear your testimony now, witness. Tell the court about the evidence left at the scene, the proof of the accused guilt. Joke's on you, I'm into that shit.
Shisho's dying message. I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. The stiff cards were right there next to the stiff, you see. Hey now, enough of that silly pun already. I'm gonna give him the Tigger voice. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew they must have been. I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. That was the master's final. That was the master's final message, left as he was drowning in a soba broth. It's so like Shisho not to write Bucky's name out right. Plain and simple wasn't his style. Well, that was certainly more entertaining. That was certainly a more entertaining testimony than usual. The variety of characters performed by the witness was absolutely split.
But he shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor! And, Wendo, the murder weapon hasn't been determined yet! So how can you say that the victim was drowned in soba broth?
It's obvious. All you have to do is look at the crime scene. It was found with his face shoved in a bowl. It's only natural to assume he was drowned in the broth of the... it was only natural to assume he was drowned in the broth for the noodles.
Except we're not here to assume things, Wendo. So please, stick to just the facts.
Oh my, it's so like the Soba chef to kill someone in this way, wouldn't you say? And with the Kuretha message left behind, it's clear Bucky what did it. Setting aside the issue of the murder weapon for now, that dying message certainly does seem to be irrefutable evidence.
Indeed, it proves the absolute guilt of the accused. Ugh, even I gotta admit that I can't see how that message could mean anything else.
Bucky used Soba for the deed, all to get back at that Soba shop deed.
Cute.
This guy fucking sucks. Is he bangable? One guy's like,
This testimony makes Mr. What look super guilty. I have to do something.
that's his conclusive evidence. What a farce.
What do you mean, Simon?
What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help.
I did, and I won't. Thank you very much. Simon must have found an inconsistency in the testimony. I better listen carefully and try to see what he found.
It's the drowning in the bowl of soup. Because in the autopsy report, there was no liquid or like anything in his lungs. Yeah. It's the cards, the puns.
Present the exactly
message that as he was drowning in soba broth.
Number 5, drowning in soba broth.
Present the
autopsy. As we have discovered, there's nothing in his lungs. There's a contradiction in Ueno's testimony.
And would you care to explain where, Miss Sachs?
Certainly, Your Honor. According to the autopsy report, nothing unusual was found in the victim's lungs.
Ah, yes, it does say that, doesn't it? Oh, it's got more modes? Fuck.
If he had drowned in a bowl of soba, then there should have been soba broth in his lungs. But since there wasn't any, it means the victim was suffocated with something other than soba broth.
What?
This is the contradiction you noticed, isn't it, Simon?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Except for the fact that I noticed this at the very beginning of the trial, but you know what? Who cares? I guess I showed you.
But if drowning in the soba broth wasn't the cause of death, then when was the victim's face thrust into that bowl?
Oh, I bet I could thrust that face into something.
Thrust that in that bowl? No problem. Maybe after the murder.
After the murder.
Yeah, his face fell into the bowl.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you would, at any point, if he was alive, it would have aspirated into...
And then during the murder, he would have drowned. Anyway.
Because no soba broth was discovered in the victim's lungs. His head must have been placed into the bowl after he was killed. And that's when the soba broth must have been spilled onto the Karuta cards. In other words, the victim could not have lined the cards up as he was drowning.
I see. So it was done after he was already dead. But why would the culprit do such a thing? To hide the real murder?
I'm afraid I don't know yet.
Probably to hide it. Or maybe his face just plunked into the broth. Oh, shush. The puppy's upset that she has to be in a bin.
You boast of psychological expertise, yet you cannot determine such a simple motive. My sides are liable to split at the absurdity. What? And I suppose you know why? Of course. Desecrating the body in that way, in that manner, indicates a strong sense of enmity on the part of the perpetrator.
Yes, that does make sense. It certainly paints a clear picture of the culprit's intense feelings towards the victim.
Feelings of resentment over the theft of the soba shop's deed, no doubt. Just great. Now the judge has even more unfavorable impression of Bucky.
All right, Brendan, see you later.
We will. Yeah.
We'll catch you the next time, my buddy, my friend.
I mean, we got some class going on.
Must you come undone at every juncture? If the culprit had time to set up the Master Tornado Sporty, Do you think they would have honestly failed to notice the dying message?
Good point. The cards were right in front of this body after all. Rationally speaking, there's no way the culprit could have missed that, huh? But was the accused rational at the time, given the way he stormed out of that room?
Silence.
Go, my plucky assistant!
Never mind that. I have something more important to ask Uendo.
It's almost as
Me?
It's almost as if the dying message was falsified.
You saw that Kurata card firsthand, did you not? Would you care to tell us about them in a bit more detail? Those tiny crime scene photos show us precious little of what I wish to know.
Yeah, exactly. Every dying message has always been correct for sure.
Well, those cards are from Chisho Special Soba Scenes of Tokyo Pass set. Each card is related in some way to Soba. Spare me the history lesson. Just tell me how those cards looked at the scene, and no more. Well, there was soba broth spilled all over them. That's not much help, I'm afraid. Prosecutor Sadamada, do you have a photo that shows the cards in more clearly? You bastard, he did!
I do. Please accept this meager offering, Your Honor. She okay?
She just wants to go out. Oh my! What a delightful looking what delightful looking cards. Well. Tearing prosecutor sad monk's conclusive evidence apart should be a breeze with this.
Huh.
Don't tell me you haven't noticed.
Don't be silly! Of course I have! Not noticed anything, but I can't exactly say that now, can I?
Card added to the court record.
The placement is all
Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't match up with the blood splatter.
soup splatter, but yes.
Was it blood or soup?
Soup.
Oh, soup blood, yeah. Miss Sachs, do you really see a problem with the prosecution's claim about these cards? Well, go on then.
All right. It's do or die. All I have to do is study the picture and... These cards
Were rearranged.
were rearranged. I mean, technically contain a contradiction, but yes, specifically are rearranged.
How could you tell?
Please take a good look at these cards, Your Honor. The answer is right in front of us. I'm going to keep saying words until I figure it out for myself.
The pictures of the card.
Soba broth stains. Please focus your attention on the soba broth stains on these cards. The outline of these stains don't match up with the larger stains on the table.
Oh, would you look at that? You're absolutely right. And he's trying to piece it together.
Please recall that the soba broth was spilled and got on the cards after the murder, when the victim's face was placed in the bowl, or, smushed into it. It doesn't really matter.
Yes, go on.
By the stains, we can see that the culprit deliberately rearranged the cards after that. In other words, this message was altered in order to pin the crime on my client.
What? Then if we put the cards back in their original positions...
We can restore the evidence and see who the cards were really pointing towards.
That's true. You missed him. He said Polkan.
Oh. Polkunka.
No, he just Polkan and then just...
Polkunka! Then what are we waiting for? Let's do this! All I have to do is rearrange the cards so that the stains match up. Let's see, where was this W card originally? Oh, you actually have to do it yourself. Okay.
Yeah. You just match it up.
No, but you see that you're a touch.
How do I do this?
That is the top screen. You have the bottom screen, which is your actual touch pad. Remember, this is 3DS.
Oh.
So you're trying to play with the controller. Like, if it helps, like...
No, hold on. No, it's just pointing.
Okay, just point and click. Perfect, okay, and then the H... where was this card originally?
Yeah,
Now the E card. Let's let's see. Where was the E card originally? Up here. And then the triangle goes into the...
The triangle goes into the square.
hole.
The arch
goes into the
square hole.
The circle goes into... The circle goes into the square hole. And the arch
Square hole.
into the square hole.
I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh God.
It's a gentleman. Looking at this block.
The baby sorting
Baby
thing.
sorting
It's like,
beam.
where does
And
the square block go into?
The problem being that they're all the same size relatively, so every block hypothetically
Can go through the
enter
school.
square hole. And this poor woman is just being like, yeah, like trying to get an easy pick me up, and it's like, yeah, it goes in the circle, goes in the square, and then as it progresses, she just starts slowly losing her mind.
The square goes in the square hole.
Yeah, my
Where
favorite.
does the rectangle go?
Yeah, my favorite one
Into
is
the
like.
square hole.
Yeah, my favorite one is just like how devs and QA work together.
Yeah.
And the QA, the dev is watching while the QA is putting all the blocks into the circular hole. And yeah, and then there's a sequel where he does it all right, and then she has a spiritual experience,
Exactly.
which I'm so happy for her. I'm like, okay.
Almost done. The last card is 4.
Oh, and 4.
Wind 4th?
Maybe it's a sound, yeah. He never, like, remember he said he never makes it. Oh, it's wet number 4. Okay.
Huh. So the message, wet number 4, was originally supposed to say Owen 4th. And this original message is our clue to the identity of the true culprit.
Whoa! That indignant look on Prosecutor Sadmon's face is positively priceless.
This is absurd.
So it was originally Owen 4th.
It wasn't wet number 4. Maybe the lawyer's smarter than we thought.
Shut your holes! Order the court. Well, I never would have imagined that there was more to these cards than meets the eye.
From 4th Star Wars movie, chronologically. I don't know why I was like Owen, I'm like Uncle Owen? Yeah, exactly. Get wrecked, Naida.
I love I love how like a black Will's just yet your anguish, your tears sustain me. So now that's settled, what does this Owen 4th mean? I have no idea.
Wait, I have to figure that out?
Who else do you suppose is to provide an explanation? Of course it's you.
But I hadn't thought that far yet! Change the cards around all you like, but if you cannot explain what the message means, then it is as worthless as you are, defense. No! And so the spring chick that fancies itself a graceful swan is brought back down to earth. I have to do something, but what?
Still your thoughts for a second. There's a perfectly good witness to question over there.
Oh, right. That's a good idea. Come on, Aswina. Get a hold of yourself. Wendo, does the phrase Owen 4th mean anything to you?
No, there's no one named Owen in the Tornado family in our circle of friends. Go ahead, ask anybody you'd like.
You can't be serious. Having rummaged through your empty mind, I see you have, as expected, turned up nothing.
Silence.
If the 4 is actually an A, the message is Ethan ow. I'm afraid I have no idea who the devil this Owen 4th is either. But the fact remains that the cards were rearranged to pin the blame on Mr. Wet. That in itself proves the defendant isn't the real culprit.
Quill is right. Hotween.
Hotween.
Oh.
Maybe if we rearrange all the places where all these fuck, what's that Simpsons episode? Like, these are the places where the cat burglars hit. Maybe if we rearrange all these pins like this, it makes an arrow. Wait a second. This points straight to the mill. This points straight to the precinct. Get out! He's gonna hit here next. Run away! Just rearrange all these. Anyway.
Besides, the important question here is not who does the message point to, but rather who rearranged the cards.
Why didn't you point that out earlier if you already knew?
Sorry. In any case, there were 2 opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards.
Thank you for that
Is that
prayer.
what the actual words
Appreciate you,
are?
Kai.
Thank you, Kai, for actually.
Let me know what it actually means, because I have no idea what the Qur'anese.
I don't know, man.
The Qur'anese. Google Translate does not translate.
I've never figured out what those words are, and I've never looked them up. But like,
Joyce is just mid on Ace Attorney. We've been playing this game for like 5 years.
Hey!
I cosplayed for you.
Hey! In any case, there were 2 opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards. Now get on with it.
Or it could be oh wheat, which was just the order
Oh,
sandwich
wheat.
you ordered. Or maybe he had like
On wheat.
all wheat. He's like trying to get away from buckwheat. Buckwheat's buckwheat.
Kai, you're coming in from Discord, aren't you? I feel like I've seen that name. I'm very bad with names, by the way. The first was when Mr. Wet entered the dressing room, and the second was when Uendo discovered the body.
Are you accusing me of rearranging the cards?
God, I love this guy so much.
Me, who came to testify out of the goodness of my heart?
Goodness of your heart.
Well, you didn't exactly come running out screaming straight away, didn't you? Even a mere 2 or 3 minutes is more than enough time to get up to some devilry.
If you rearrange them, they might smell of these nuts.
He died. He's like,
I die as I live.
a brilliant Rakugo artist. So, what exactly were you doing in there, Owen?
Exactly. It took like 2 to 3 minutes before you came screaming. Gross.
Put down the tea and spit out your answer. Oh, Mr. Prosecutor.
You know, it reminds me of like the Velociraptor.
None of the last, the spitters, yeah.
Yeah.
Dipla, something like that.
Diplosauruses.
Or like a scared, like one of those scared lizards. Like, yeah. Or like, now that I look at his color scheme, is he like just some like watered down like a Demon Slayer cosplay?
Uendo was like, hey, I came first, man.
What's a guy supposed to do at a time like this?
Silence is more precious than diamonds, witness. Therefore, you need only to stay silent. The defense is devious. They are waiting for you to make a slip of the tongue.
Oh, I see. So that's what they're after, is it? In that case, Your Honor, I've decided not to say another word.
Very good. After all, your right to remain silent is protected by law. Well, Prosecutor Blackquill, any other brilliant ideas you would like to share?
Did you hear that, Sykeston? A Rakugo artist who's afraid to speak? Who's ever heard of such a thing?
Are you trying to taunt him into talking? Such a petty trick will never work.
That's right. I'm not going to fall for it. I'm only asking to hear your story. Besides, it's not your job to tell your tales if there is an audience to listen. Even so, I have the right to refuse to answer. The more you keep quiet, the more we want you to talk. That's simply human nature. Isn't that right, people of the gallery?
Oh-ho!
What a twist! Speak up, bitch! We want to hear what you gotta say! Even with this wonderful audience in front of you, you still refuse to talk. Even so, then perhaps you chose the wrong line of work, my friend.
Japanifornia just freely conflates right to remain silent with right to avoid self-incrimination. Exactly.
Are you saying I should quit? Because I'm not afraid to speak my mind, I'll have you know. Oh, no. Never mind. Well, I think this is an entirely different character.
Huh? Every time he has a sprite change, it's like...
Oh, okay. Oh, no, never mind what I just said. It's scary to talk, absolutely terrifying. Yeah, no, but as a rakugo artist, I must talk. If I don't, how can I ever show my face at this stage again? Your Honor, I'm ready to testify.
He did it! He managed to convince Wendo with his power of suggestion technique.
Bully for you.
Like, what is Naruto like hand signs? Power of suggestion technique.
His illusion technique.
Yes.
Bully for you, Endo. That's a real rakugo. That's a real rakugo artist should be. That's as a real rakugo artist should be.
Yeah.
All right. If the witness wishes to testify, then by all means, please do.
To be turned by such an obvious ploy. What a man of weak spirit.
Lawyer Superpower 17. The taunts.
The taunting.
In the dressing room. Ooh.
Ooh.
After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shisho slumped over the table, motionless.
From what I can tell, there do not.
From what I can tell, there does not.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's a typo.
typo. It's okay, Nayota's foreign.
There be not no. We hate English.
There does not appear to be any inconsistencies in the testimony.
There do not appear?
There do not. I don't know.
It should be there does not.
I think it does not, but you know what? I'm not here for grammar lessons, so...
It would be it, no, I can't tackle this. Sorry.
Run that through Grammarly.
Of course there aren't any, because I'm not trying to hide anything.
I think either works in context, maybe. Prosecutor said Mari's right. I don't see anything inconsistent either. But I did pick up on some faint discord in Uendo's heart.
That's a great way to say, hey, if you haven't already, join us on our Discord. Anyway.
Ponder all you would like, defense, but it is pointless. Your Honor, I believe there is no need for further deliberation. Hold it! Don't think that's incorrect.
Why did you keep cutting the fucking, you just keep trying to cut this short?
Hey man, he's just trying to get his win.
I didn't say I rest. It's just dramatic.
I disagree, Your Honor. I detect discord in the voice of the witness's heart. That's a clear indication that Uendo is facing some sort of inner turmoil.
Cool,
Yeah.
That's not really applicable in court, but sure. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Miss Sachs?
Yes, Your Honor, it's time to go on a magic school bus field trip. I mean, the defense would like to conduct a quick therapy session with this witness.
Objection.
Uendo, there is no need for you to submit to this so-called therapy.
It's fine by me. I've got nothing to hide. Bring it on. Fucking tools.
Impetuous fool. Why will you not listen to the guidance of this humble servant of the Holy Mother?
If the witness wishes to proceed, I see no problem, prosecutor.
I want him to shut his mouth.
In one ear, out the other. It seems this performer has no need for your so-called guidance, prosecutor sad monk.
Just know this, Uendo. Your folly will surely earn you your divine retribution. Thanks, Simon. I'm gonna make the most of this opportunity you created for me. Polygraphs are proven junk science, and you can reliably beat them by clenching your butthole
It's true.
while they're calibrating the machinery.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just falsify, just basically ruin the metrics of
Yeah.
polygram, which is so easy to do.
I like, though, that specifically...
Butt clenching, butthole clenching. Yes. Joyce loves clenched buttholes. Can't get enough of them. Next time, Joyce will eat a giant cup of hickory smoked horse buttholes. From a cup. Yes, she will. So for those of you who don't know where that's from, I recommend you watch a lovely animation called Dr. Tran. Anyway,
God.
Just keep your wits about you.
I will.
Don't forget to eat your cup of hickory smoked buttholes.
It's okay. Instead I'll make a rug of skunks buttholes. Wendell, could you tell us again about what happened in the dressing room?
That's right. Talk to me, bitch.
I know your secrets. Alright, so after my performance, he went to visit Shisho. He was happy. He called from him outside the room. He was still happy. He didn't reply, which was still happy. Then I entered the room. He saw Shisho slumped over the table motionless. He was sad but not surprised. Right?
Yeah, why is there no surprise of seeing him dead?
But he expected him to be dead, right?
Yeah.
But it isn't always a question of the presence of an emotional response, but the absence.
You know, you're right.
Of course I'm right. Fucking amazing.
It's not always the emotions I do see. Sometimes it's a matter of what I don't, but would expect to see. I better carefully compare Uendo's statements to his emotions again.
Hey, where's it on the sleeve? Happy.
The last one.
Then sad.
Yeah,
it meant
pinpoint.
sadness, but no surprise.
Yeah, pinpoint
Expecting to
the
die.
lack of sadness.
The lack?
Yeah. Yeah, pinpoint sadness. Choose surprise.
You said lack of sadness.
Oh,
I'm like, what are
sorry.
you talking about? He's plenty fucking sad.
The lack of surprise. Wow, I can speak. I can words.
I do it professionally.
I do words. Wendo, I'm noticing something strange with these emotions.
Something stranger with cheesy toes, can you say?
No! Something strange with these emotions! How could you have heard something stranger with cheesy toe skin? What are you, working at Starbucks?
I don't know. Maybe it's me who's got some cheese in my ears.
Did he will the floor to open up and swallow his cushions out of shame for that bad joke?
God.
I can't help but notice you seem to be upset about seeing a dead body. What's up with that?
Could you dig more into why you'd be upset to see dead bodies?
The point I'm trying to make is that I noticed something unexpected with your motions. Now stop hiding and come out where we can see you.
Bailiff, please bring the witness up a few replacement cushions. Oh, well, too much. Too much.
That's you.
So, what was this unexpected thing you noticed?
You can also beat the polygraph with sodium pentanol. I mean, yeah, you can certainly just flat out lie if you're good at it. What is sodium pentanol? Oh, come on! His Honor said a few cushions, not a few dozen!
Now that we've all had a good laugh, please continue, Miss Sachs.
Who's laughing? Ugh. Focus, Athena. Don't let yourself get rattled. When you entered the room and saw your master slumped motionless over the table, you weren't the least bit shocked, Uendo. Don't you think that's a little bit odd?
Is it though?
The lack of surprise means you were prepared for what you saw. And I think I know why. The reason Uendo wasn't shaken when he saw his master's dead body is because...
He knew about the Masters.
He knew, yeah. Uendo, I think maybe the reason you weren't shaken was because you already knew you would find your master dead.
Spit take. What kind of thing is that to say? You got it all wrong. Oh, all right. I remember seeing something. I thought Shisho was just sleeping when I first saw him.
You thought he was sleeping. It sounds plausible, but
Why the sadness?
what made you think he was asleep?
Well, he had his head and arms up on the table as if he were taking a nap. Oh, and one other thing. There was that note, too.
A note? What note? Ah, you must be talking about this. Why do you not have it in the evidence? Nayuta, please!
This is why we have discovery. Anyway.
It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting. Do not disturb.
Yes, that's a note I saw. After reading that, who wouldn't think Shisha was napping? That is a pretty reasonable assumption.
You've gotta be kidding me.
It's just ripped up note, like really?
Hasn't seen my cousin Vinny yet.
Yeah. That's right. No, that's right. I saw this note, so that's why I thought Shisha was asleep. I wanted to change my testimony to include that statement.
All right, I'll run an update.
Beep boop beep. Called in. To the room. Didn't reply. Opened the door. Saw Shisho. Thought he was sleeping. No feelings? Oh, but he was angry.
Ah,
So I rushed over to him. And then was sad and surprised.
but why were you angry?
Why the anger?
There's one emotion that seems out of place given Uendo's actions and statements. I wonder why he felt that particular emotion then.
If you've noticed something, then hurry up and point it out already.
I know, I'm just trying to be thorough, that's all.
It looked to me like you were just being timid.
You shut your whore mouth, Simon. Now watch me pinpoint the heck out of his statements.
Okay. A little bit out of hand on that one, but all right.
You just push me, Simon, and one day you are going to find out. Because you keep...
Shut up! I know. Pinpoint that mad.
That man!
He's so mad.
He's so mad. Why is he so mad? He's so very, very mad.
Uendo, I noticed something funny in your emotions again.
What do you say? I guess an entertainer of my caliber can make people laugh even with my emotions.
I didn't mean that kind of funny. Quite the opposite, actually. When you entered the dressing room, I see that you suddenly felt anger. What I want to know is, what made you feel angry all of a sudden?
Maybe what he saw on the table.
Maybe.
What? Let's see. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was going in. I whacked my little pinky. As I was going in, I whacked my little pinky on something. I was so annoyed at my own clumsiness.
Wait, you mean you stubbed your pinky toe?
Just a little bump of my little pinky. No big deal. It's embarrassing, really.
Sounds more like he's hiding something. I better dig a little deeper. No need to be embarrassed, Uendo, but I'm afraid that it's something we do need to look into. I don't really see anything you could have stubbed your toe on.
I love the very obvious censorship there with his bottle of orange juice water.
Sake, could be sake.
No,
Sake is clear.
Sake's not drunk. No. You know it. You know that, Pid. You know that, Joyce. You know. We've been there. We've been to Japan. We've done this. We've done this. Oh, cat. Hello. You gonna show off your butt? You're gonna come over and say hello.
Butthole.
Almost butt.
No.
Georgie, you want?
No, if you want to see buttholes, you're gonna have to sign up for George's OnlyFans.
Georgie's OnlyFans. He's OnlyFans.
For a low price of $99.99 per month, you too can get us exclusive videos and pictures of Georgie's butthole.
Yes. Your Honor, I object with the lack of snacks. Cat's just liquid.
In the area around the dressing room door in this picture, maybe there was something there that was at the time.
True.
Uendo, what exactly did you stub your toe on?
A murder weapon?
What an irrelevant question. You dishonor the soul of the victim with these unnecessary delays.
You tell her. Really, who doesn't stub their toe every once in a while? You really gotta fuss over every small detail like this?
Well, the thing is,
Okay, buck up.
even the most subtle of fluctuations in a person's psyche can clue us into the truth. That's why it's important to get to the bottom of this question. Plus, if I back down now, who knows what new insult Simon will hurl my way? Is there really no trace left of what Uendo stubbed his toe on by the door? What in the world might have been there, but is not there now?
No. Look, you got a bag of food. Cup. What's he missing? Something in the fridge?
Point to the TV on the top of the crime scene report.
This one?
It was originally by the door, but was dragged to the wall.
Right, so if we go to the court records and we go to the
Pictures?
The backstage diagram.
No, not that one. The next one. These two.
Victim was making soba. The room is covered in soba flour. There are 2 drinks cans.
Oh, you can see the drag marks.
Yeah, that's right, from the flour. And then you can see that the table has been moved.
Yeah, you can see the through the
Flour drag mark. Yep. TV.
like one making soba in a tatami mat room is already so disrespectful, and then you drag an appliance over the tatami mats. Oh,
Cringe, bro, cringe.
Ooh, please take a good look at this photo of the crime scene. Do you see it? This long track that goes from the door all the way across the room.
Now that you mention it, I do see traces of something getting dragged.
More like your, your career.
Like you, Athena, getting dragged by by your friend, Mr. Blackwell.
The drag mark ends there. At the TV, Your Honor. Now shut your mouth and listen to me.
What did you just say?
This implies that the TV was originally by the door, Your Honor!
Sorry, just talk through it. This takes place like in 2025 and this will have a CRT. Is it? No, this is an older game. It's like late 2000.
I don't know. We can always find out. But I don't know. It is a pretty old game.
But at the same time, if you've ever been to Japan, they still love using CRT stuff. Like the hotel room we were in, like a multitude of them, still had CRT stuff. So they just like to use the shit, man. They just...
Yeah, it's made in 2016.
2016. Oh, and the game was made in 2016.
Yeah,
okay, sorry. You updated it. Perfectly fine. But no, I'm pretty sure...
I mean, it's straight up a matter of it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, but I'm trying to think about when, like, Ace of Place said this is supposed to be set in the future. And
Yeah.
Using CRT.
Yeah.
Is it the future?
No, this would be like 2025-ish.
Oh. Yeah, especially, and then you see her like wielding this fucking like through its holographic like screen.
Someone has taken like dates, like specific dates, and like just like timelined it all out.
Here it is.
Well, Window, how about it?
Yes, you're right. It was a TV. Oh, you're still lying a little bit. There.
There, the noise level dropped again.
Yes, I stubbed my pinky toe on the TV. But what of it? Why is this so important to you?
So the noise went down, but it hasn't completely disappeared yet. Which means he's still hiding something. Okay then, let's try this tactic instead. Wendo, why was the TV moved there?
Shisha must have moved it so he could watch my routine. But what a place to put it, right in the middle of a doorway like that. I didn't want to bump into it again, so I put it back where it belonged.
Performances on stage can be viewed in the dressing room using that TV.
That's right. It's a closed-circuit monitor that shows the stage.
This is more supposed to be 2028.
Fair.
just a couple years ago, like very recently. It was like, this is the date that Maya Fey dies.
Yeah, Maya Fey dies.
This is the first day of Ace Attorney in real life.
And I think just yesterday, Sword Art Online servers came online. So
yes.
Where's my fucking deep dive device, bruh?
That's called Meta.
No, it is not.
And they're they're leagues behind.
No.
Oh wait, no, that's called VR chat.
Fair.
Now what? I can't find anything else I can't find anything else out of place. I still haven't gotten the noise level down to 0 yet. Simon, I'm still getting noise here, but I don't see anything else fishy. SAO would be more interesting than a show if nobody had legs.
This is precisely why amateurs are such a bother.
Sorry.
Gotta do all this.
I mean, there was the Sleeping Nights?
Yeah. In the Sleeping Nights side story, they use deep dive systems to help with terminally ill patients. Especially those who, say, can't go out and run or run around or, stuff like that. So
yeah, that was a really cool.
The medical applications of deep dive systems, yeah. I'm in no mood to play nursemaid here, but if that's what it takes to save the soba shop. He's in it for the soba shop.
Hey man, fair.
Oi, Uendo. Here's a curiosity for you. This table master tornado is slumped over. Looks like it was moved.
Yes.
Did you happen to bump it while you were moving the TV back? Oh, my, yes, you're right. The TV hit the table and Shisho's body moved with a jolt. That's when I first realized that Shisho was dead. Oh, but how scared I was. I see. Thank you. We're finally getting a more precise picture of how the body was discovered. But I wager you need to put the spurs to Endo just a trifle longer.
Right. I can't keep asking Simon to bail me out like this.
Yeah, you can.
It's time for me to regain my footing and really stand on my own. Uendo, what you said just now about discovering your master's death. Could you please describe all of that again for the court in detail?
All right.
But before you do, let me just plug in the latest information.
Beep, boop, beep. Our boy's in a box right now, hold on. Oh, Georgie's in a box. Hello, Georgie.
It's the grubby English voice again.
It's Blackwell. It's the voice we use when we play the other game. After my performance, he went to Shisho's, called from the outside, but didn't hear a reply. Entered, and struck his foot on the CRT, which means that probably is the murderer. Yeah. Then he dragged back the TV, bumping the table. He was sad and shocked, which makes sense. Seeing him slumped over like that cluttered table, and then he was sad and super shocked. I think why was he so scared after that? The additional shockage, that's what's the problem. Hey, James,
yes.
46 months of subscription. Thank you very much for subscribing to your own channel, nerd. I need you to know that YouTube censored Clussy and made it. Yeah, they do.
Yes.
I tried to get around it by using the funny text, but I didn't get around the YouTube.
I don't know if it's so much as Clussy being censored, or just that they don't support fancy text.
No, it's censorship.
we can pretend. I'm not really seeing any emotions I considered out of place. How about you, Simon?
How many times are you going to come running to me?
No, I mean, I was just looking for a second opinion.
Well, take a good look at the flow of emotions. Don't just look for simple inconsistencies. Look at the intensity of his emotions, too.
I see. Thanks, Simon.
Yeah, it's the additional surprise at the end. Like, he stubbed his toe, moved and then he was suddenly surprised that he was dead. Then even more surprised when he was like rummaging around the desk.
More surprised over the table. Must be the cards.
Yeah.
It must be the money.
If you wanna go and take a while with me.
Thanks for mansplaining how to use the technology I made for me, Simon.
Well, technically, he was
Actually,
involved
no.
in it too, wasn't he?
Did she invent it, or did her mother invent it? I think
And then
her mother invented it for her, right?
To help her digest.
No, those were the little ears.
Yeah, her headset.
But Widget herself?
That's Athena's.
I think that might be Athena's.
Yeah, it's Athena's research, based off her mother's research, I think. Based off of
I
her,
don't remember.
Which is really weird. It's very cyclical. That's odd.
After the initial shock of finding the victim dead, you reacted with surprise again. What was it that surprised you, Endo, besides your master's death?
What do you mean?
What's more, you're even more surprised the second time than the first. Yeah, its current form is Athena's doing.
Yeah, Athena made it using the research done by her mother,
Yes. What
which is based off of her, which is really weird.
what could have surprised you more than finding your late master?
Search me! Your little thingy must have made a mistake.
Silence.
The girl is as sharp as a trout, to be sure. But her ability to hear people's emotions is absolute. Now get to remembering a window. What was it that surprised you?
Did you just call me dull? That
Called you a trout.
was a compliment, right?
It was not. It was not. Oh, well, Oh shit, what the fuck?
Oh, he's got more to hide. No, we pushed him too hard now and he's mentally all over the place. His emotions are completely out of control.
Out of control? Care to explain how that's relevant?
You know how normally I listen for the hidden emotions in a witness's voice, right? From there, I look for inconsistencies between their testimonies and these emotions. But sometimes, a person's feeling can run too high, making it hard to get a proper reading.
So that's how your Matrix program works. Fascinating. Now I can use this whenever I use it. Totally admissible testimony, yeah.
Exactly.
Totally admissible proof that you're hella guilty.
Ordinarily, it's just one emotion that runs out of control. But it seems there's nothing ordinary about it this time.
Oh shit! Whap, 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 whap. Super angry. Super sad.
It's just all over
Yeah,
the place.
just super. Yeah, he's just fucking losing his shit.
I knew it!
What's got your knickers all in a bunch now?
Ueno has multiple emotions running out of control at the same time. I've never seen anything like this, ever.
So how does one bring a situation like this back under control?
I'll have to find the root cause of this tangled mess before I can treat him. If I can identify what's causing this emotional rampage, then I can probe him and dive in further.
You're gonna probe him? You're gonna probe him right in the butt?
Oh, I'm gonna probe him so deep.
Don't you? Yeah.
I'll need to pinpoint. I'll need to point to what I think is the root of the cause and touch probe again. Through this process, I can identify exactly what's causing Wendo so much distress.
And that will help bring his emotions under control. In that case, let's get started, shall we?
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna start probing.
Yeah, start probing right now.
All right.
Full penetration. I'm talking 10, 12 full inches. For science.
I can't guarantee success, but it's definitely worth a shot.
Probably probing. Yeah, what's causing him distress? Probably the probing.
Time to look for the root cause of Uendo's rampaging emotions.
Well, I think it's the last one, what he saw on the table, right? This one. The cards, yeah. He's freaking out over the cards.
Yeah. Got it! I get it now. The cards were the root of it all. Don't try to deny it. You can't hide your feelings from me.
Inserts. This is why we put things up your butt.
The dying message that was left at the scene of the crime is what was causing your distress. And if the dying message was the cause of all of those feelings, then that means the phrase Owen Forth must mean something to you.
Excuse me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We got him.
There! Noise level 0, finally!
Shut a trap.
Shut a trap! The dying message consists of 2 words, Owen and Forth.
What if we rearrange it?
Haven't we just didn't we just go over the fact that they should be rearranged? But neither of these 2 words have anything to do with this witness. This topic warrants no further argument. Sure, there may not seem to be any direct connection, but between Uendo and the message, for now. But why don't you wait and decide what's necessary after you hear my theory?
I trust you hit upon something, Athena.
Hotween. Yup, if my theory is right, we can finally solve the case of Uendo and the mysterious Owen Forth.
Well, go on then. I can already tell this promises to be interesting. Now, please share your theory with the court, Miss Cyrus.
There was something puzzling to me about Uendo's out-of-control emotions just now. Namely, that there were 3 distinct reactions present. I had never seen that before and wondered how it could be possible. Is there a conclusion to this meandering musing of yours? Hold your horses, I'm getting there. Fuck it, that's the judge's version of fuck it, why not?
This should be good, yeah. I could tell this story to my wife and make myself seem more interesting.
So, could a person flip between 3 distinct emotions of such intensity like a switch? In the end, I concluded that it just wasn't possible.
So that's it, isn't it? A bit unconventional, but I'll grant that it's possible within the realm of psychology. Within the realm of psychology? I'm afraid you'll have to explain it to the old man up here on the bench. Another interesting head-on for.
Your Honor, my theory is that Uendo has multiple personalities.
Yeah, he legitimately has multiple personalities. So.
With so many distinct personas, it's clear to me that Uendo has dissociative identity disorder. Damn, we're like just straight up throwing terms out there.
What does that even mean?
I don't think you're licensed to practice like that. Your Honor, the defense would treat this trial as a child's jest. Multiple personality disorder. A preposterous proposition itself. Jesus, would you not agree, witness?
You thought it was She-Hulk, but it's actually Moon Knight. Cinema therapy.
I know, right?
How did she know? How did she figure it out? This guy's crazy. Does that mean his female side is bangable?
Bulgunga! I can't believe it! I did it! I did it, Simon! I've read papers on it before, but to think I'd see a case of it myself!
Blimey. Rakugo artists tell stories as different characters, but as different personalities.
I really don't think that's how that works.
Hey, you, lawyer girl! You got a problem with that, huh?
I really don't think that's how that works, but sure, why not?
I mean, it might, but it's really weird.
I don't think that's how that works. But
very niche, situational.
Is she actually qualified to make such assessments?
She does have, she is actually not a doctor, is she?
I don't think she's medically certified for such a thing.
Someone bring up...
She's like, she has like a degree in psychology, but that doesn't make her a certified psychologist. No problem at all.
This is all very hard to believe. But now that we've established that the witness has multiple personalities...
But also, again, this is Japanifornia, so fuck paperwork.
Could each of them please introduce themselves to this court? Oh, they all have separate names. Uendo Tonido. I am a Rakugo storyteller, as you know. Hello, everybody. Patches, the friendly jester here.
Cheers.
Kisagawa Corzin.
And is that all of you?
Is it?
There's a fourth. Owen is the fourth.
Yes, that's all of us. This is Moon Knight. He's literally Moon Knight. That's the joke. You're right, he is Moon Knight. He has distinct personalities and a fourth personality he doesn't know about. The fourth may have superpowers, that's true.
So there are 3 personalities in total. Uendo, Patches, and Kisagawa, huh? Well, Simon, what do you think now?
That you're one lucky duck. Just be glad that we're dense enough to help you out.
Can't you just straight up say I did a great job for once? You appear to be quite proud of your self-defense. But all you've done is infringe upon the privacy of the witness. I couldn't disagree more, prosecutor. Now that we know there are 3 personalities, a new way for us to interpret the meaning of a certain piece of evidence has arisen. A new interpretation. And the dying message was actually Ethan Hawke!
Oh, I'm now very, very curious. What is this piece of evidence you're talking about, Miss Sachs?
We can now charge 3 different people for murder. Knowing what we know about Uendo and his personalities, this now makes perfect sense.
It's the
Karuda
cards.
part. Yeah. Take that!
The witness consented. That's true. He signed the waiver. The Karuda cards.
That's right, Your Honor. Recall the original dying message left at the scene. We didn't have a clue as to what Owen Forth could have possibly meant.
Owen is the fourth personality.
But now, with this new information about Uendo and his personalities, isn't it possible that Owen Forth actually means a secret 4th personality of Uendo's? A personality named Owen?
What?
Volkunka! Uendo must have kept his dissociative identity disorder from us because he didn't want to be associated in any way with that dying message.
No, that's not why. We kept our disorder a secret for a different reason altogether. We've been taking advantage of our affliction to act out various Rakugo characters. If word got out, well, our reputation as Rakugo artists would be tarnished, and as would the Tonedo name. That's why we kept it a secret from everyone except members of the Tonedo school. But really, there is no fourth personality. It's just the 3 of us in here. A plausible enough sounding story. But it doesn't prove you didn't rearrange the cards, does it?
Or maybe because there's a lot of stigma associated with obscure mental illnesses, and he didn't need his shit put on blast. But sure, pin everything on him.
I mean, it's obviously the people with mental problems that commit every murder all the time.
I know, right?
But
I will concede that it is highly likely that the witness rearranged the cards. Is Prosecutor Sanmari actually agreeing with us? However, is it not also possible that the accused killed Master Tonedo?
butterfly in the sky.
And then left that message in order to frame the witness. Ugh! And upon noticing the cards when he found the victim's body, Uendo rearranged them.
Silence!
A fantastic tale, but a tale nonetheless. No one outside the Tonedo school knew about Uendo's multiple personalities. Uendo just finished saying so himself.
Ah, that is true, but ultimately meaningless point. The witness was only in the dressing room for 2 to 3 minutes. That's far too little time to commit murder, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
Then who's to say he couldn't have done it before his discovery?
Objection!
Silent Hill 2, It's Your Fault edition, coming 2022. Ah, that spring chick memory of yours. Have you already forgotten Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony? Simon's testimony? Oh.
Gary escorted me to the dressing room, but when we heard the sound of Rokugo being performed from within, thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. But we
Yes,
know
but
that,
there's a TV.
we know now the TV is right up next to the door, so...
That's right. Until just a few minutes before Uendo entered the dressing room, Taifu Tornado was confirmed to still be alive.
Not visually.
Not necessarily.
Ah!
Not only that, but Uendo was on stage until just before he discovered the body. A bulletproof alibi that I have already confirmed with several audience members. Oh no! I also heard that his Rakugo performance that day was a steaming pile of
Oh.
Well, you get the picture.
Whose performance?
Uendo's.
Oh, a window was just garbage. All right, fair. Yes, I'm afraid so. Really stunk up the stage, I did. And yet I have a perfect alibi.
Indeed. Why not land the coup de grace on this defense by describing your alibi, witness?
Okie dokie, Smokey.
I like
Fan.
patches.
I was on stage until just moments before I went to the dressing room.
And I also like Hisagawa.
The entire audience was my witness. But my performance was a huge bust. Not a single soul laughed. I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show. Well, that makes it easier because that means, like, you know, the TV had no applause, so it just sounded like someone practicing because it's just garbage.
Speaking of huge bus, here's Geru again.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Do you want to see more of my balloons?
Hello, Paul. Good night.
Uendo was on stage before he found the body, so he could not have committed this crime. It is time to let it all go, defense, and move on. Well, get this, Prosecutor Sadmati! The Right Anything Agency never gives up! We fight to the bitter end! Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on. And allow me to say once more, I am never giving up! Just point at you. Let it go! Never! This is pointless. You should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you foolish child. Your worthless convictions only serve to prolong the accused's suffering. If words will not sway you, then perhaps pain will.
Okay, you just can't accost the...
Oh no! Anything but this!
Oh, okay, whoa, easy there, Shibari Master, take it a moment.
What's the big idea, Prosecutor Sanmari? Tie me down harder.
Don't you mean daddy?
But that was a small dose of punishment for your misguided convictions. Are you now a bit more inclined to give up as instructed? As if... Harder. Exactly. Choke me harder, Daddy.
That soundbite's gonna come back to bite us in the butt.
In that case, you must require another dose.
Oh, here it comes. Not bloody likely. I don't give two flips about your beliefs, but if Sykes daughter were to submit to you here, I wouldn't be able to eat good soba anymore.
We're back into the bad voice tones. Right?
Now the voice dubbing itself is mediocre, but the lines that we cast are
Oh,
bad.
God. That's right. For Mr. Wet's future and Prosecutor Blackwell's stomach, I will never give up. You will rue those words, defense. Of that I can assure you.
Cross-examination. The witness alibi. I was on stage.
Oh god, the third performance, not a single soul laughed. What went so wrong?
So to press the my performance was bust.
Yes.
But why was it a bust? Yeah.
Oh no, getting ads again. Huh? Do you have any idea what went wrong?
I'm not sure it was my performance or if it was just that particular audience. Or maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows that this kind of thing happens from time to time.
I guess that makes sense. Still, I wonder how he could have flopped at his own commemorative show. Maybe I should dig into things a bit more. What Wendo performed? Could you tell me which Rakugo story you performed?
I could, but I'm not sure it would mean anything to the uninitiated.
Well, even if I might not get it, can't you at least try me?
All right, if you insist. The story I performed was Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba.
Time Soba, huh? Maybe Wendo's right. He only said the name of the routine and I'm already lost.
Oh, we were talking about this before. This was supposed to be, what's his face's, set. Tornado set. The Master set. The Master plays Time Soba, and he was supposed to play Soba Kai? Something like that.
Soba-se.
Soba-se, yeah.
Ah, so you perform Time Soba. What? You know it, Prosecutor Samari? In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, defense, you would do well to prepare better for your next trial. Yeah, well, I only found out about my trial today hours ago, so shut your mouth.
Man, not all of us have time to, get all of our
And
evidence, research the situation,
and then binge watch Disney Plus.
Yeah, and then develop our court case while watching Frozen 500 times.
Yeah, there's like rules about performing the same story as someone else within a set.
That's probably why they were like, what the fuck, right?
Also, why they thought that
it was in practice because it's his set.
Simon, what's Time Soba about?
Look it up yourself.
Allow me to give an overview.
Oh god.
The story takes place on a winter's night. A man orders a bowl of soba at a street stall. How you doing, sir? What can I get for you? I've seen a seaweed topped myself. I can't read those words. I'll have a bowl of shippuk. Oh my good man. Wait, no, he's still talking.
He's still going on.
Oh my god. You know it, sir. One shippuk coming right up. So, how is business? Not so great, sir. Is that so? Well, that's great because things can only get better from here, right?
Wow, prosecutor.
The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. So how much do I owe ya? That'll be 16, monsieur. I see, sorry, but I only have a small change. I'll count the coins on your palm so you can hold out your hand for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, what time is it? It's 9, sir. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thanks, and bye.
Very well done, Prosecutor Sadamari. That was excellent.
Huh? I don't get it. What's so funny about that?
Don't you see? The customer paid with coins, counting them out one by one. Oh, that's different voice, isn't it? Then just after counting 8, he asked about the time. And the soba vendor answered with 9.
Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9 and then he continued counting from 10.
So he got a discount deal. Exactly. He cheated the soba vendor after one mon with his smooth talking. The story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tries to do the same. But he bungles the trick and ends up paying more than 16 mon for his soba. The story ends on that as a punchline. You can look up the rest of the details yourself. Or I'm sure Prosecutor Sadmonk over there would love to perform it after court.
So basically, it's a story about a man cheating on his soba bill. That's kind of petty, isn't it? Is that really all you have to say about this classic story? Time soba is such a well-known staple of Rakugo that the skill of—
Objection, shut the fuck up. Fine, so you studied a lot, shut the fuck up about it. But we haven't the time for a lecture detour right now, Prosecutor Sadmonk.
I don't know why, but I just really like how mad Simon is about this.
But I suppose that is a little off topic. Getting back to the matter at hand, Miss Sachs, the witness stated that the story I performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Would you like to add this statement to his testimony? And I will. I think it's funny because it's...
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have it added.
Nayuda is just kind of like this first timer coming in, and then fucking Blackwell's like, he's like, I was born. He's like, you were simply adopted by the Japanese. I was born in it, raised by it. I didn't know English until I was a man. It's just like, you know what I mean? He's just like, I'm supposed to be the weeb here. I am, and he's just so upset about it. Very well. The story I performed was Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba, which is weird because the invitation here says that he would be
Master Tornado was supposed to do
Soba
time.
Glutton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Objection!
Yes, that is. Window, isn't there something odd about the routine you performed?
Odd? No, I don't think there's anything odd about it.
But that's exactly what I find odd. The fact that you don't think it's odd.
Objection!
We are discussing the witness's alibi at the moment, defense. The show's program is completely irrelevant.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadmari. The reason being, it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Uendo, do you know what this is?
No. What is it?
This is an invitation to the show sent from Master Tornado to Prosecutor Blackwell.
Batquill.
Included in the invitation is a rundown of the show's program, which clearly states that Time Soba was to be performed by Master Tornado himself. No. Uendo, why did you perform the routine your master was scheduled to do?
Well, you see, the reason for that is... How do I say this? You see, let's say it was a prank. That's right, just a little joke, you see? I was just trying to surprise Shisho by performing his routine before he did. That lying son of a fuck
I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the victim's routine really just for laughs? Or...
No, it was to disguise his murder.
Hey, didn't Simon happen to hear Time Soba coming from the dressing room? During Uendo's performance on stage? It seems like too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be?
What's the matter? You look like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay.
Stop comparing me to birds!
Then cease this bird-brained timidity. If something has occurred to you, then lay it out for us already. Oh god. Given the propensity for voices, can y'all imagine how hilarious Joyce and Arash would be as parents? Just before the children could talk. Okay, I already do that to the cats.
I know, right?
Just cradle them like, what you doing? Don't breed resentment in those watching your performance.
Okay. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here goes. It looks like Uendo's alibi checks out, Your Honor. But even though he was on stage at the time, he may have still been trying to Obfuscate.
Obfuscate.
Obfuscate. I know. I've read the word. I've never said the word out loud. Obfuscate. Obfuscate.
Obfuscate.
Obfuscate. A crucial detail about this case.
Are you referring to the sober bill the man tried to skimp out on, the witness's story?
Home video gold mine. I know, right? I'm not talking about the Rakugo story, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, but then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes?
What Uendo may have been trying to deceive us about was,
Cause of victim's death?
the time of the victim's death. Because
they said they found him at 420.
because they heard him practicing. Uendo tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death.
What? Aye! Eee!
What gibberish! Prosecutor Blackwell even testified to the time of the victim's death. I know, but he only testified that way because he and Geru had been completely taken in.
You mean by the sober bill thing? God damn it!
Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor?
Honor, the judge is still stuck in the story.
He's trying.
I was deceived.
Pray tell, how did Uendo manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage? That's easy. All he had to do was use a certain prop in the dressing room.
Oh, and what might that be?
The prop Uendo used was the TV.
Tebe.
The TV.
The tebe. The terebi.
Deep Rock Galactic really has an effect on you. Is that a song? Is that a thing?
No, it's a game where you play dwarves
Ah, cool.
burrowing into the earth.
Yeah. This TV was used to view what was happening on stage. Also, hi, Blue.
Hello, Blue. Were you the one that brought up like D&D and dwarves from yesterday? I feel like that's. I feel like that's a workaround right here. Or was it Paul?
No,
Yeah.
Paul was all like, if you had the chance, always go dwarf. Prosecutor Blackwell, when you came to the dressing room, what was Uendo doing?
Okay, then it was Paul. Hey, we've been talking dwarves the past 2 days.
This is true.
He was performing Time Saver. Blast! Could it be?
Yes, it could, and it was. What you and Geru heard was not Master Tornado practicing his routine. It was Uendo's performance, as heard through this TV monitor speakers.
Well, that's enough with the speak. Say. What? I love the judge is just like constantly on the back foot.
I know. With the TV just inside the inner door of the dressing room, it could easily be heard from the hallway outside.
And because we knew that Master Tornado was scheduled to perform Time Sober, we were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time of rehearsing.
Yes, your knowledge of the day's program is why the two of you could be fooled this way. Simon, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tornado?
With the doors in the way, I couldn't tell exactly who the voice belonged to. But because I heard Time Sober, I just assumed it was Master Tornado. I can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game.
All that is mere conjecture. Where is your proof, defense?
Objection!
Uendo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door. Because then someone might figure out the trick he'd been playing. And there's one more thing about Uendo's actions that's, ooh.
Drake Kurama. with the
Hello,
rate of 4.
Kurama.
Hello, thank you so much. Can you give a shout out for all the boy?
Yeah.
Thank you for coming over to our Daring Players Squad channel. We're doing Bad Boy Stubbs with Ace Attorney's Spirit of Justice. We are getting to the meat and potatoes of this particular
Ace
case.
words. And
Here you go.
hey, I did it. Wrapping up with Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Hot Wheels leading the way.
Nice.
I do actually have a large Hot Wheels collection. I don't remember. Did I end up giving it to?
I think you did because I don't.
I gave it away to like Aaliyah, my little niece.
I know you still have your Legos. I don't know if you have your Hot Wheels still.
But yes, welcome.
Welcome.
We have a lot of Bad Boy Stubbs in here, and when we say things that are a little bit uncouth, we'll enjoy it.
This is why there's the this stream is marked for mature audiences.
And there it is.
The fact that he flopped so badly on stage on so badly on such an important occasion. Burden of proof is on the prosecutor and Iota. Where is your proof, bitch?
What's so suspicious about that? Even pros slip up once in a while, you know.
But I believe that this time it was intentional. Because Uendo knew it would be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room.
Oh my! I mean, unless you had a very small peepee, in which case, you know, that happens sometimes and it's very hurtful.
Yikes! It's all just a bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. Plus, if the voice prosecutors Blackwell and Gator heard was due to Uendo's scheming, then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 p.m. In other words, Uendo could have killed Master Tornado himself!
Spit take. We've got you by the stones now, Onedo, so you better start confessing everything. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
We demand an explanation! Uendo!
I confess. I tampered with the crime scene.
Actually, I always tend to ask and I forgot, but like, how did you get from Hot Wheels to Ace Attorney? It's always nice to find out where people come from. Drake and company. How did you come about this random corner of the internet?
Yes. Also, tell me what happened to. Oh, never mind.
No, there's only the one Drake.
One Drake Kurama.
Kurama.
I thought, because I saw a number, I always like to ask, like, if, say, for example, someone walks in, it's like, yes, Blues 174 is followed. I'm like, thank you so much for joining us. What happened to Blue 0 to 173? Most of the time, it's they either killed them or ate them. So, it's really weird.
Is it the defense's claim that Uendo Tornado is the true murderer in this case?
Kisara 730.
Neat!
Yes.
Thank you, Kisara, for spreading the love.
And also let me know whatever happened to Kisara 0 to 7,330. In the comments, do let me know suspicious lies. Let me know your suspicions. Anyway.
If he tampered with the crime scene, then we have to at least consider him a suspect.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow.
Get a cute little pop-up there. It's very cute.
Did I? Oh,
I think May is calling.
May.
We'll have to. Well, we're almost done here. Once we finish this half of the case, we'll stop up. But here, yes. Now just wait Just wait 1 minute. Yes, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill Shisho.
Then why did you tamper with the crime scene?
I refuse to answer that question.
What?
He's hiding. He's covering for someone.
Yes. If you suspect this witness, then I have a question for you. What could it be this time? Uendo had absolutely no reason to murder Typhoon Tornado. After all, why would Uendo kill the man who recognized his skill and promoted him? Well, his motive was,
He's a stinky poo-poo head?
I can't think of a single thing!
Your Honor, Your Honor, the accused is a stinky poo-poo head. That's all you need to know.
It appears you are also not aware of one other fact. And that is that the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Is it not natural, then, to suppose that the accused killed the victim at that time? What? Nobody told me Mr. White had also gone there before 4 p.m.?
Man, wouldn't it be nice to have, like, a time where, I don't know, people could discover the evidence and pre-trial to ensure that everybody was on the same page? Wouldn't it be crazy? Sorry. Turns out they reform. They're from a Rakugo school that promotes according to the rule of 2. Yeah, what is this? A fucking, like, Sith Lords? Secret Sith Lords?
But now that you've made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant... Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. So, you really do not know what your client was doing during that time frame, do you? Well, it was all very sudden and, why did you wait until the very last minute to contact me, Simon?
Don't you give me that look.
I will give you that look however I like.
And just so you know, Bucky never told me he had visited the master before 4 p.m. either.
This sort of thing is exactly why that prosecutor keeps calling us unprepared.
The defense will stop squabbling this instant.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Prosecutor Saramari, please continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Defense, you know of the soba-making implements in the dressing room, correct? Is he talking about the equipment for making soba noodles? Yeah?
Yes. You speak of the large bowl that was used to mix buckwheat flour and water. The long rolling pin, the special knife that is used to cut through the dough into noodles.
Precisely. These tools all come from the accused soba shop. Shoba shop.
Shababada.
You mean they don't belong to Master Tornado? Mr. Woodhead visited the dressing room to give the victim a soba making lesson. And that visit was before 4 p.m. I'm afraid that after the accused kneaded the dough and made those noodles. Just finish your thought, buddy. He committed the act of murder.
Pause for effect.
But wait, that doesn't add up. If Mr. Wet killed the victim before 4 p.m., why would he return to that room at a later time?
Good call.
Yeah.
Oh, someone came out to say something. Oh my god, he woke up! He's got a sick surfboard. Oh my god.
Wet soba, you're kidding caboodle when it comes to the noodles.
I pull on. I say the whole closer like Bill Bucky wet.
Wet soba, you're kidding caboodle when it comes to the noodles.
Oh ma.
Hi, I'm Miss Chickadee. Hey, Simey. The reason I went back is
So close, 690.
Ordered uncooked noodle.
Mr. Wet.
Okay, it's okay. Yesterday I brought noodle making tools to the dressing room at 2 p.m. That's when Master Trujillo ordered uncooked soba noodles to stock up on.
Uncooked noodles to stock up on.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Master Trujillo kept a supply of soba noodles from my shop in his fridge. He only had one serving left, so I went back to my shop to get some more.
He's Carl's.
Like Carl.
It's Carl's voice with a little bit of Western, a little bit of Texas twang.
One serving of noodles in the fridge. But I thought the fridge was practically empty. Anyway, the whereabouts of the missing noodles isn't all that important now.
Oh, I know where those noodles went. You ran into me and Gail when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba, correct?
That's right, Simey. I made time out of my busy day to deliver him the noodles, sir. And you know what? He ignored me when I called him from the doorway. He just kept mumbling Rakugo lines for ages. So I got mad and went back to my soba shop.
Oh, that's why I got angry.
So that's why you got mad. If what he's saying is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer.
I swear I'm telling the truth, Monsieur.
Violet, quick! Get this man to the infirmary! Y'all better say croissant that fun.
Yeah, croissant. Croissant, croissant. I really like llamas.
Well, I dare say he's quite a handful.
Your Honor, please accept the statements Mr. Wet made just now into evidence.
So he was fooled as well into thinking that
Tornado was
alive, and he was frustrated because he wasn't even
responding
to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, how insulting. How dare you?
I believe the accused's statement about going into the room at about 2 p.m. is true, for it falls within the victim's estimated time of death.
That opens up the possibility that the crime was committed between 2 and 4 p.m. That's some critical information.
Yes, Your Honor. But other than that one point, Mr. Wet's statement are dubious and without proof.
Objection!
But they are the words of the defendant himself! Simon, back me up here!
He has a point. If I were a prosecutor, I wouldn't accept them either. While I understand the defense's feelings on the matter, this court is unable to accept anything other than the time the defendant made his visit.
Now what do I do? I trust you have no further objections, defense. At last, the time has come to send the soul of the victim onwards to the Twilight Realm.
Silence!
Shut your whore mouth. What are you yammering on about, prosecutor sad monk? We still have something we need to question Uendo about.
Oh, we do? Like what?
Well, not just stand there.
But we don't have any evidence left to present.
Have you forgotten already? Isn't there still a hidden witness you have yet to question?
A hidden witness? Oh, that's right! Your Honor, there is still one more issue we haven't finished discussing yet.
No one? What is this bit of unfinished business?
He's clearly not of sound mind and body, and thus his testimony is
Oh, he's
inadmissible.
drunk as fuck.
Owen!
Owen.
We still have yet to discuss the possibility of a fourth personality, the one named Owen.
Are you suggesting that this fourth personality of the windows might be the true culprit? Jeez, not that again. I told you we don't know anything about this Owen.
Look, Lindo, I know you don't have any motive to kill your master, but this Owen may have one for all. This Owen may have one for all we know.
Come clean now, Owendo. You've got another personality stashed away, haven't you?
Please tell us everything you know about Owen. That's enough. The witness has already stated that he knows not of any Owen character. Not even Uncle
Not
Ben.
a one. Getting it? Not a one character. Maybe have fun here. Bravo! You tell a prosecutor. Hi, Patches. If you claim you don't know Owen when you really do, that's tantamount to perjury.
Oh, now we're talking about perjury now, are we?
An offense we rarely prosecute for. If you want to exercise your right to remain silent, however, that's a different story.
Do not listen to the depraved prosecutor, witness. You will be tainted with his evil.
Vigorous fornication. You want me to say that? Vigorous fornication.
Was it something that you were talking about with Blackwell last time?
I feel like it was.
I feel like that was.
Fornication.
I feel like it was a Blackwell voice.
Complete world. It wasn't world indoctrination. Talking Dylan down on the blue pill. You will be tainted with this evil. Just gonna poke my eye a bit here. Do you have any idea how dark and cold a prison cell is? Oh, this is Patches. It's not a separate.
Okay.
I exercise my right to remain silent. What's this now? Changing horses midstream, are you? Tip to stern. Shut up! Shut up! I'll remain silent and that's it! Patches, you fool! You stay out of this! Patches is not the brightest bulb in the box that you call a noggin, is he? The fact that
that he switched from I don't know any Owen to I will remain silent is proof that he does know about Owen. Is it?
There it is again. Simon's formidable psychological manipulation tactic.
Simon's formidable psychological manipulation tactic is also what I call my pace. Simon, don't you know perjury doesn't exist? You can't be doing this, but that's what she said. Formidable psychological manipulation.
I'm sure glad he's on my side today. You dirty, despicable, depraved prosecutor.
Go on.
You were leading the witness.
Oh, I'm leading the witness onto my pain. Hi, May. Sorry, we haven't responded to you yet. We're almost done, and then we'll call you. She should probably realize.
In the meantime,
she's probably like, oh shit, right? It's a Sunday.
In the meantime, let us distract you for a bit.
Patented psychological puppet mastery is also known as negging.
Witness, there is no need for you to submit yourself to the defense's questioning.
I can imagine how this could devolve into just name calling, like, fuck you, fuck you.
Exactly. Your Honor, Linda was definitely hiding something. Oh, it's been bad. Oh no. Please allow me to question this witness about the existence of Owen.
I suppose only this witness can confirm or deny the existence of Owen for us. Very well, I will allow the defense to proceed.
Pulkunka. Yes, this will be the final
how long is the
cross-examination. It's this
How long is the second trial? Part of the trial.
trial day 2. Probably this like enough for like 3 to 4 hours worth of.
Scroll. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Because I mean the episodes are pretty well.
Based, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never met any personality named Owen. Hatches was just blurting out nonsense in a panic. We're always aware, so we definitely noticed a personality like that showed up. How dare you treat us like criminal based on mere conjecture?
Always aware, are you? Oh, wow, how am I supposed to deal with a testimony of 3 personalities?
Unless you can prove the existence of Owen here, it's all over. You'd best screw your courage to the sticking place and attack their testimony head on.
All right, I will. Just stop piling the pressure on me. I have to draw out some info, anything to drag Owen out in the open. See, I can quote Disney songs too. The third statement, we definitely noticed if a personality like that showed up.
But how do they know that?
Yeah, press it. But what if, for some reason, you 3 were unconscious at the time of the incident? If the 3 of you weren't alert and aware, what would happen?
What would happen? I'm not even sure what you mean.
I mean, you 3 share the same memories, right? But what if Owen is different? What if he has memories separate from yours? Maybe Owen emerges when the 3 of you are unaware or unconscious.
Objection.
Instead of speaking as if this 4th personality is a foregone conclusion, I suggest you prove his existence first. Well, we've already seen 3 personalities. A 4th wouldn't be a stretch.
Silly Athena, pressure's a Blackwell special ability.
You dishonored the victim and this court by jumping to such conclusions without proof. Have you ever heard of these old sayings, Prosecutor Sadmati? What happens twice will happen thrice. If you see 1, there are likely 30 in your home.
Okay, wow.
I don't know what these. I don't know what
These are just these are the what you see 1, they're likely 30. It's kind of like cockroaches or something, or like ants. Which is weird when you're describing a person with a mental disability. But anyway, a mental. What's the word I'm looking for? I won't say disability. A mental condition. There you go.
Like, this feels really weird.
I'm basing my theory on such premises. I don't think you're
Yeah,
qualified.
there you go, exactly. Comparing us to cockroaches, do we bug you that much, girly?
But how do you intend to prove it? How will you prove that all three personalities became unconscious, as you say? Unless you can do that, all of this talk is merely empty speculation. Well,
Don't be so timid. If you don't have it, then find it. Look for something that could render Uendo and the others unconscious.
Simon's right. I can't back down now. For my client, Mr. Wet, I have to. Wait, Mr. Wet?
He's very sick.
Let me rest. Maybe for a lump of regular flour of udon noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba. You know that soba don't rest. It's all about the three freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and boil the noodles.
He's blacked out.
Mr. Wet, falling unconscious. Oh, wait a minute, I think I've got it. We'll just get him blackout drunk.
We'll just get him fucking trashed. Miss Sacks,
We will drug him up.
do you have proof to back up your theory? I do. A big-ass bottle of liquor.
Yes, Your Honor, I do. The proof is right here in the crime scene. Crime
It
photo.
is. In that case, please point out what supports your theory.
This most likely is what caused Uendo to lose consciousness.
That fat ass, bro. Yeah, the sake here.
This is probably what made Uendo lose consciousness.
Camel. It's a camel? I've never seen that brand before. Yes, the sake. And it isn't just like Master Tornado to pick a fine brand like Camel.
Sake. Oh, you mean rice wine? Use like
Whoa! This is a family-friendly game. We can't talk about it. Oh please! Don't call it rice wine. That sounds unsophisticated, and it's not even wine. Huh, silly girl. I must agree. You must be more cultured.
Tomato. It's made of rice, and people get drunk from drinking it, right?
It's called sake. End of. It's called sake. End of story. He's such a weeb. What a fucking weeb.
Fine, sake is then.
Caramba.
Ay, caramba. Everyone's so touchy about these things.
Your Honor, I need a large metal bat and unrestricted access to the back of the witness's head. I recall Master Tornado would often have a drink or two before performing. He said it made him more eloquent. Drinking too much of the stuff can make one lose consciousness, though, of course. But there is place for 2 cups, yeah.
And look, there were 2 glasses on the table. Uendo, I believe your master offered you some sake. And then you must have drank too much and passed out. And that's when your fourth personality, Owen, emerged.
4 drink Owen. I drank sake. Oh, that's a good one. We have a real sweet tooth, you see. So yes, we did accept a sugary red bean bun. But since we really disliked sake, we said no, thank you. And believe it or not, we're really weak when it comes to booze.
Oh, I absolutely believe that.
Even a tiny drop can knock us right out. So you see, I had a sweet manju bun, but I didn't drink any sake.
Oh, what? That can't be right. The defense demands that the glasses be examined right away. You amateur, did you really think I had not already done so? Your foolishness is beyond the pale. Don't tell me. There was no trace of the witness having touched either of the glasses. Naturally. Right. Of course.
Miss Sachs, would you like the witness's statement added to the testimony?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
He's like a nothing. Yeah, okay. Very well.
I guess so. He touched them unnaturally.
Yeah, unnaturally, just like with his butt, you know. Clenched butt. He didn't drink any sake.
However, looking at the crime scene, the wrapping paper on the box of the manju has the same patterning as a scrap of paper Taifu's note was written on. Could it
Yeah,
be?
it's a camel. It's a liqueur-based manju bun. So if we check the stuff that we have, you can see that there is camel wrapping paper. So it's an alcohol. Yeah, it's alcoholic. It's alcoholic, or it's with liquor, like kind of like the cherry stuff. And then if you check the scrap of paper,
it has
the camel.
Camel on it. Yeah.
Camel pattern. So if I present this to this, it should.
Present Taifu's note.
The note.
Apparently.
Objection!
This shows what most likely made Uendo lose consciousness. That note. Are you feeling lightheaded, child? Or perhaps a bit peckish? I'm not hungry, and my head feels just fine, thank you very much. Look at the paper this note is written on. Isn't there something familiar about it? What exactly is your point, Defense?
The faint design here reminds me of the paper from.
Yep, it's a piece of the wrapping paper on the box of manju buns by the victim on the floor. Uendo, you may not have drunk any sake, but you did eat a sweet red bean bun, right?
Well, yes, that's right.
I don't know if you're aware of it or not, Uendo, but I believe the manju you ate caused you to fall unconscious.
The bean bun? But how?
Because the buns contained a secret ingredient. Is it love? Is it love? Is it
man juice? He said it's a man
the
juice bun.
manju bun
It's
was
a man
made of
juice
manju.
The man juice bun.
A punchy secret.
A punchy secret ingredient.
Man juice.
Man juice.
Yes. The design on the wrapping paper matches that of something else in the room.
It does?
Oh god. Okay, select the sake bottle.
Take that!
The camel pattern. It's the same as the one for the camel brand sake. So, just as Innuendo said, he didn't drink any of the sake per se.
But he did eat some. Impossible. Uendo had a camel brand red bean bun, which boasted a nice shot of sake as one of its ingredients.
So the defense is claiming that Uendo passed out after consuming a camel sweet bun, which allowed the fourth personality named Owen to emerge. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. That's exactly what I'm claiming.
God, how many spit takes, bro?
Hey man, he drinks a lot of tea.
But there's one thing that bothers me. Wouldn't the alcoholic content of the buns evaporate as they are steamed? In order to give them a stronger flavor, some manju are specifically made to retain as much of their alcohol content as possible. Huh. What kind of lightweight do you think I am? Even I wouldn't pass out from eating a simple manju.
Well then, how about we test that theory?
Oh shit.
What do you say, Your Honor? Let's drug him up.
Seeing is believing, as they say. Very well, I will allow for a test.
Oh, thanks, Your Honor. I can't believe I get to drug someone up. I mean, Simon, go buy us some camel manju on the double. And don't forget to get me one too, okay?
Why must I? And while you're at it, Prosecutor Blackwell, will you get me one? Will you get me one for me as well? I'm not the courthouse stable boy, you know.
Well, go get the bird to get it.
But just this once, I will acquiesce. Tucker, I'm counting on you.
You know, he should leave Taka to be the co-counsel, and
And all of you had better pay me back. Oh, I thought it would be your treat, Prosecutor Blackwell. What a shame.
All right, see you later, Blue.
thanks for coming by.
Court will reconvene as soon as Taka returns.
Ah, damn, we don't get to see it, but okay,
We'll do next time.
So that's next time.
Here we are at the end of the series. No. We're at the halfway mark for this. We will return tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We'll return
Next week.
Next week for the finale of the Sussy Cluss. Here, thank you for joining us on the Daring Player Squad channel. My name's Rashi.
I'm Joyce.
We are 2 of 5 people who play video games on this channel. So if you like a little bit of
A variety.
please come on by and see us. We got tomorrow is a Monday, which will be Ash, I believe. What's she playing in?
Silent Hill, I believe.
Yeah, I think she's playing. No, she's playing. She's playing the DLC for Resident Evil.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I get them all mixed up.
You're in the ballpark. Tuesday is Joyce playing Persona 4 Golden. Wednesday will be James. What was James's?
Dad of Boy.
Right.
God of War, Ragnarok.
God of War, Ragnarok. So come on by for that. Thursday is Colston. He just wrapped up his playthrough of Hack Infection?
Mutation.
Hack Mutation. Is there a fourth one that comes out, or is...
I don't know if he actually got the fourth one.
Yeah, if
I know that we have a line to it.
Yeah,
I don't know if he actually
If he
has his
starts
hands on
tomorrow's a good chance he'll probably play the next sequel in the Hack game. If not, then it'll be something brand new.
the mysterious fourth game of the .hack series,
Quarantine,
which not a lot of people.
Oh no!
Outbreak. Okay, he's only finished the second one.
Okay,
Outbreak.
so Outbreak.
We've got time.
And then on the Friday is a free day. We don't usually stream that day, unless there's a push for us to play a certain game. Saturday is team streams, which we don't really do as often as we'd like, but I think this Saturday we might go back to playing. Maybe Vermintide 2. I know it's free to play right now. We're really getting into it, so that's pretty cool. And then Sunday back with us with Bad Boy Stubbs. So yeah, hit us up, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Join us on Discord if you want to directly contact us. And of course, leave a follow here on the channel and hit us with a subscribe if you really like what we do here. We appreciate the muns that it provides us, and it gives us a chance to kind of upgrade the stream. It's bought us multiple new computer parts, gotten everybody brand new microphones. So it really helps to make the stream get a little bit better. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I will see you next time.
Actually, do we want to see if there's a raid or something?
I guess we could if you want. Just gonna do a quick looky-loo to see if there's someone in our wheelhouse that we can raid.
Let's see.
Just go back to Twitch.
See who is online.
Ooh, Galaxy's playing party.
Galaxy.
So the Galaxy raided us last time. I think it's only fair that we go raid him. We're gonna go say hello to Galaxy. They're playing Jackbox, which is super fun for everybody. So let's go ahead and do that. Joyce, the audio mixer is taking. Mute it. There we go. And we will go see them. So yes, say hi for us on behalf of the Daring Player Squad. If you are raiders or if you are subscribers, I think you should have a raid bear on hand. Feel free to use our raid bear. And say hello to us. Hello from us to Galaxy. And yeah.
All right. Also, thank you, Drake Kuruma, earlier for the raid. We'll keep this hype train going.
Yeah.
Say hello to Galaxy, and then we will see you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Raid now. Shadow Raid Legends.
Shadow Raid Legends. This
stream is sponsored by Shadow Raid Legends.
This stream is sponsored by Bad Dragon. Get bad. I don't know what the